Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
Yeah. You be in the building. Hey, vibe with Uncle Bino. Let's go. Now happy hour things, you know. Hang out with you, babe. It's our vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn. We're shining bright. Oh yeah. You be stories, life lessons time. On the Uncle Beno show, everything feels right. From the streets to the world, we talk real talk. Vibes on the beat, make the whole place rock. Happy hour flow with smiles non-stop. Sip and chill with you, be the energy on top. You be stories, dropping them every day. Wisdom for life, the African way. From the grind to the glory, hear what we say. Tune in now, don't delay. Hang out with you, be it's a vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn, we're shining bright.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. We're back again. I see you, my people. Uncle Dio, you're welcome, sir. That's Mama 5. You're welcome. Mama 5, I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you to come back and share with us your solution to this madness. Oh, Mama 5 say I'm late. Yeah, I'm so sorry, everybody. I had a meeting. I didn't know the meeting is going to take over 1 hour, so pardon my lateness. All right, we got to talk about this madness going on in Nigeria. So welcome, everybody. Auntie LaBelle, how are you, man? You're welcome. You're welcome, man. Yo, my Gen Z Fitsum. What's up, Fitz? How you doing? Auntie Ngozi, the fine auntie. How are you, man? Auntie Ngozi, I hope you have relaxed now. Hope all the jet lags and everything is gone. So you're welcome back, man. All right. I don't want to waste your time. Let's get into today's show formally. All right. Okay, please do me a favor. As you join the show, kindly hit a like. Let's quickly get the likes up, my people, as fast as we can. How many likes do we have now? Please, everybody, hit the like. 5 likes on UB and the Real Fam. Okay. How many likes do we have on 365 Media? All right. We're just getting 1 like. Okay, please hit the like. Let's get the likes up. This conversation is not just for me alone. In fact, this conversation is for everybody. And the way we're going to do it, I'm going to share the link very, very early. So I want people to come and tell our Nigerian ladies how to protect themselves from these predators, these sexual predators rampaging the country, our beautiful country, Nigeria. So please join me. Don't hold back. Let's lend our voices. Hopefully, God will help us. Our Nigerian men, the bad eggs, the bad men in Nigeria, hopefully they will learn and they will change their ways. Welcome, everybody. Please hit the like. So spare me. We're going to spend like 20 minutes so I can just go over what's trending, the one we call the top 5 stories. So we're going to cover the top 5 trending stories. 2 of the trending story actually relates to the show we are having right now, while the other 3 are just a couple of things we need to educate ourselves on. So if you're ready, my people, I'm so ready. Hopefully, my baby girl, Abby, will be free. So Abby might have to take over the other part of this show because this one is to educate. Now, education. teaching. Now we won't do on this one. All right, let's get into top 5 trendy stories.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
Welcome everybody. Thank you. Please hit the like as you join me. Hit the like. Thank you. Let's talk about the top 5 trending story we got going on. And I want to touch up on this one just for enlightenment. We have to kind of reduce the noise on social media while we educate our fellow Nigerians. So the number one on the list of the top 5 trendy story is the one that has to do with very dark black man. Very, very dark black man. The boy we called VDM. So last week, it's actually this week, not last week. Our boy, very dark man, was crowned as a chief in Yoruba land. They crowned very dark man in Osun State, and that is coming from the royal father, the one they called Oluwo of Iwo. I don't know how they go about this. I don't know how very dark man end up becoming a chief, but I've seen people reacted to this. Some people have valuable lessons they can extract from this, and some people are just doing what they do best, criticizing, blaming, and just attacking. Well, that is not why we're here. The trending news is that very dark man is now a chief. What was his chieftaincy title again? Atayese I of Nigeria. That's his title. Atayese I of Nigeria. Welcome, Sister Yinkus. Thank you. Please hit the like, my people. Atayese, for those who don't understand Yoruba, simply means somebody who is making life better. That's the name, the meaning of his title. Now, what are the controversy trending around this very dark man title? Some people said, very dark man has been compromised. Why would he go and accept that? Very dark man is working for Tinubu. Yes, very dark man, something is going on. That's why I even saw a video. I think that video was shared by either Auntie Grace or Auntie Ngozi. Somebody shared it in the backstage. I saw the video. A lady make a very good point, talking about the implication of wearing that hat, wearing the agbada and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Time will tell. That's what I can say. Now, ordinarily, I don't see anything wrong with very dark man getting the chieftaincy title of Atayese I. If we have to go by recognition, if we have to go by at least appreciating this young man for what he stands for, what he represents in Nigeria, I would say the title is well deserved. Yes, that's my opinion. I've always said this, that very dark man had done more for the people than many of your celebrities and your political post holders. Anyone who is fighting for the less privileged, anyone who is defending the oppressed, that person is doing a really amazing job. And sometimes you have to give them their credit, give them their flowers when they are alive. So if they give very dark man a northern title tomorrow, I won't be surprised. If they give him an Igbo title, I won't be surprised also, because he deserves it. Young man deserves it. Very Dark Man built something money cannot build at times. A lot of loyalties we have in Nigeria are bought with money. A lot of people that Nigerians are singing their praises is not because Nigerians truly, really like them like that. It's because of the money they are giving away. So, but if we look at the journey of Very Dark Man, this guy started with his sachet of pure water in his room and was calling out online vendors, those who are scamming Nigerians. From there, he jumped into fighting for anybody, getting involved in anything. And as time passes, he started speaking for the less privileged. Oh, you guys don't even tell me that. You guys don't even tell me that my mic is not on my roadcaster. Anytime you are not hearing deep voice coming from me, just know that I'm not speaking from the roadcaster. So, Very Dark Man has done well for himself. He has been able to gather supporters, followers, and they are sticking with him. They call them the Rattels. So, from my point of view, he deserves the title. Now, the other side of being a title holder is probably why some people are frowning at this ceremony. Yes, if a title was conferred on you, you are supposed to be loyal to the authority who conferred that title to you. And knowing what is going on in Nigeria these days, some king will not give you title if you don't give them money. Some kings will actually give you title because they want to subject you to their authority. Some king will confer title, chieftaincy title on some men with shady character. And if that's the case, a time will come when the king will call you and say, we want you to do this for us, we want you to do that for us. So for those who are criticizing this celebration, I will also say they have a good point. All right. Now, how Very Dark Man moves from now on is now depending on him. Very Dark Man has kind of sold himself to Nigeria. He sold himself to Nigerians as Mr. Integrity. If he now compromises his standard as a result of receiving this chieftaincy title, time will tell. For now, let's just celebrate him for being recognized. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Chief Atayese I of Nigeria. In fact, let me applaud that. We have in our midst Chief Atayese I of Nigeria. Okay, let me read some comment about that and we move on to the next story. Thank you. Please, if you are just joining, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Thank you very, very much, everybody. All right. Sister Rose said, Chief. Remy telling people to fry akara. Reward effort, not rubbish. Absolutely, I'm with you. Reward effort, not nonsense. Stupid as D1 said he's going to the KBAC to review some explicit pictures in an effort to get the title revoked. Forget that stupid D1, Jerry. D1 is a mess. All right, that's it, my people. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to that. Let us continue to appreciate people who make a difference in our society.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about Isaac Fayose. Yes, this one is a little bit controversial, but just like I've always done, I will read my own small little advice. Who want here, make it here. Who no one here, you are welcome. That is life. We all cannot sleep and put our head in the same space. So our brother Isaac Fayose has come under fire And the reason for that was that there was a video that was trending on social media. If you haven't seen the video, let me show you. Here it is. Okay, this is not video, is the picture. So what you're looking at was the image of some group of men who they remove their shoes and have their leg or feet on the ground. And they were praying. They were praying for President Tinubu. Welcome, Sister Adebinkpe. How are you today, ma'am? So they were praying for President Tinubu. And then in between the prayer, they started singing, "On your mandate, we shall stand." However, of all the voices we're hearing, one voice stood out. And that voice happened to be the voice of Isaac Fayoshe. Now, myself and a couple of people are kind of curious about that. At first, I was thinking, this voice does not really sound like Isaac Fayoshe voice. And then I listened again, and I'm like, this voice is it sounded like Isaac Fayoshe. So to cut the long story short, Isaac Fayoshe was being dragged that you are an obedient, you have always criticized the government, you have always speak on behalf of the people. How come you are in a gathering filled with the so-called city boys? And it wasn't not just the city boys alone, you were also praying for Mr. President, and you are equally singing, "On your mandate we shall stand." So, you know, obedience came for him. They drag him real bad. I saw a video of that. I think my brother Donaza did a reaction video, and I'm like, blood of Zachariah, can this be real? But anyway, politics is politics. So what next? Isaac Fayoshe came out to explain what went down. Listen to this.
Quality time with Sheyi, Tinubu, Cubana Chief Priest, Tosin, Prince, and all of us last night.
Please help me get the likes of my people.
Quality time. We discussed politics. We discussed everything discussable. You know, and we decided when I was leaving, Sheyi said, "Uncle Isaac, let me walk you to
Like, please."
We got to my car. My driver put up and we said, "Oh, let's pray," because we've been enjoying since. So the Spirit came, we started singing, praising God, and all that. She is my brother, and I love him dearly. I love him dearly. You can see the video or hear the video. We were praying, and we prayed for his father, which is my President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed. So that doesn't mean I'm in APC. I'm still obedient, 101% obedient. What I tell you? But Tinubu's family, they are my family. They are my family. I love Tinubu. We prayed for him last night. We prayed for ourselves too. You know, Sheyi is my brother, and I love them. Even Cubana, Chief Priest, we are all together. We had our deep exchange about politics. East, we did our calculations, and still I told them we are going to win them. That we are going to win. So this is politics without hate. Nothing. I'm still 100% obedient. But Tinubu family, they are my family friend, and I love them.
All right. So Isaac Fayoshe came out and he explained what went down there, why he was in their company and all of that. But then people started attacking him. I'll read a couple of comments here. This woman, I am I don't know. I am Dr. Vowero or something. Anyway, the woman said, "You are APC, my dear brother. There is nothing wrong with being in another, okay, there is nothing wrong with being another Reno, Boala, or Okonkwo. na stomach matter, we understand. And that got 700 likes and 36 replies. The next person say, you sing, Abi, you know sing. That got 191 likes. Official Agana say, that's the spirit, and he was clapping. The next person say, you dey talk as he be, God bless Nigeria. Another person said, make I comment for the first time, Jari, respect. Then next person said, Daddy, take your flowers. God bless you, sir. Another person say, I trust you, sir. You will tell him how poor Nigeria feel about his father. Thank you. There were just so many comments. A lot of people came and they attacked him. They attacked him so bad that he made another video out of anger. And let me see if I can find the video. Okay, here it is.
Go better for you now. Last election, you know how much I spent on you now, Obi? Obi one day, now everywhere we they sing. Even my hotel for Ibadan, I dash you now for Obi. I did everything. Now you not sell, you not vote. Now you not even come where we did. How many times where you did when are they protest here? So I come meet Sheyi, and I won't die. Make you not die. You not good boy. Oh. I met the guy. He removed his cap. He said, Uncle Isaac. He appreciated me as Obi come to greet me since I done the campaign. We thought my Obi one day. As Obi come to say thank you. Now you not send me work, you not go complain tire. If I like say, if I go start to the campaign for Tinubu, because you guys are not even worth it. You are there quiet, they wait for my own video to liberate you when you can liberate yourself. I be Yoruba man. I love Tinubu with all my heart, and I love Tinubu. He's a good guy. As Obi son come visit me, because I say they support Obi. I can withdraw my support. Nobody feed me. Everybody, all man for himself, God for us all. I cut you. I hear you that. No go better for you now. Last election, you know how much I spent on you now.
So that is it. He was triggered, and then he made this video to reply the critics who are coming for him. Now, let me read some comment, interesting as usual. So this person came out, Fastu Toshi. Toshi said, you have the right to withdraw your support if you wish, but after all you have said about the government and you go back to them, is your integrity, not mine. Whatever you are against and what you speak against, stand on what you believe. Do not let them manipulate you. Next person say, Nigerians are funny. So because he's campaigning for Obi, he should fight all his friends and acquaintances. Politics na game. If you like, follow them, hate your helper. Having different political view doesn't make us enemies. We can have separate political party we support, but still live as one. After all, we are all fighting for a better Nigeria. The next person say, welcome back home to a region that respects people's opinion and doesn't sell fake commodities to people. My uncle and brother is back home. Congratulations. The next person say, this my brother, we love Sheyi Tinubu, we love Official Asiwaju. Next one say, you guys, Oga chop your corn, I beg. Next person say, you were set up in the video. Absolutely. Next person said, personal interest matters in everything. We do not only politics. Okay. Another one say, Oga, I beg, no verse, just do you. Next one say, Uncle Isaac, I love you for this your statement. You are my new father. You be Yoruba man. The word touched me. Next one say, no vex, Egbon, and so on and so on. Then there are some vile comments too. So I say, make una leave Uncle Isaac, the man na cruise. He is rich baiting your. I love Uncle Isaac. He cannot be bought. And now I say, your view found lovers will embrace your rants against their contender, but they will not trust you. It's now obvious that you lack integrity to stand on the truth. You compromise at any little gesture. Enjoy the ride to APC. This one say, every man's got a right to decide his own destiny. In his judgment, there is no partiality. Bob Marley. This one said, sometimes people are not worth fighting for. Just do what you can and move on. God bless you. This one say, Una Obi, wala day that country, I swear. All right. I don't want to waste time on this. Let me just highlight some key points about what's going on with this Isaac Fayose situation. You see, Nigerians, we have a long way to go. A very, very long way to go. We do not understand two things: how tribalism works, how loyalty works. And above all, we don't understand politics in Nigeria. And that is why Nigeria, it is the way it is. We attach emotion to every damn thing in Nigeria. Both the educated and uneducated, everybody attach too much emotion to everything. And the worst place you can attach emotion and sentiment is politics. I don't know when Nigerians will wake up from their slumber, but let me tell you this. You see, all those people you are fighting for, all those people in political position that you are fighting for, that you thought they were enemies, they are never enemies. I'll say that again. All the people, you guys, we go on social media and you'll be lambasting each other for their sake, cursing each other. Omo Igbo oshi, Omo Yoruba oshi, Yoruba, when they call Yoruba self now? Yoruba betrayer, Igbo kiniko. I just feel sorry for Nigerians. You see, as long as you Nigerians remain in that zone of attaching sentiments and tribalism to everything that you are doing, many Nigerians will never taste good life till they die. I'm sorry. And I'm saying that from a place of pain because our eyes never open. Yes, we are educated, but at the same time, we have bunch of educated illiterates in Nigeria. Politics is not the way you guys are going about it. Oh, I will attack Obedient. I will attack Batify. You support Tinubu. I will curse you. You support Obi. Oh, my Alenia, you are a bastard. You people are just so freaking dumb. I'm sorry for cursing. That is not how politics works. Politicians are not enemy. When Goodluck Jonathan was in power, President Tinubu and all of these people where they top now, where not they worship, they are the one who went after Goodluck Jonathan. They attack his policies. They drag everything down. They drag his name. They even carry his coffin. Yes, the top 5 people to go and visit President Tinubu the moment he became the president. Goodluck Jonathan was one. In fact, the next day, I still remember vividly. What was the last INEC chairman? Mahmoud. Mahmoud announced Tinubu as the winner of that election 4 a.m. in the morning. By 10 a.m. that very day, Goodluck Jonathan was in Abuja congratulating him. Many of the people that campaigned against Tinubu, that dragged his name, that did everything, that said he did not go to school, he's a drug pusher, they all congratulated him. Oh, you know, shock you? Buala, that dragged Tinubu's name, Reno Omokri, that was always on his phone and speaking that is tiny, nonsensical, with his nonsensical voice. Didn't he congratulate him? Are they all not working together now? How about Atiku? Have you seen, besides talking in order to gain political relevance against Tinubu policy, have you ever seen Atiku really attack Tinubu, like attack him like mad? No, they are friends. How about Peter Obi himself? How many politicians who has dragged Peter Obi, lambasted him, say all kind of nasty things about Peter Obi? How many of them have they seen them when them and Obi meet? in a function or anywhere, that Obi will not greet them, they will not greet, they will not talk. Nigerians, we have a long way to go. Now, when it now come to you and I'm an obedient, for instance. For some people, even to hear me, a Yoruba guy say, I'm obedient, na wahala, is to start calling names, start attacking. Hey, you think you are doing me? You are not doing me. You are doing yourself. And when obedient, when you see person who support BAT, instead of attacking Tinubu policy, no, you are attacking the person. Your father, your papa. I get it. Sometimes these political followers, they will trigger you. Even you will be tempted to respond at times. But that is not how politics works. Now, Isaac Fayose met with Sheyi Tinubu and all those them or your mandate people and something. They were drinking together, they are having fun and all of that. And when he, according to him, when he was about to leave, they were like, oh, let's pray for Mr. President. Then they pray. His voice, everything there. And he came out and said, people, I was there, we pray. And while they were praying, they started singing on your mandate. Every politician will do that. I don't get it. Are you expecting Sheyi Tinubu to not canvass for his dad? In fact, if you ask me, I will tell you Sheyi is doing the right thing. Sheyi need to win more followers and more supporters for his dad. And if Sheyi had the opportunity to be in the same space with Mr. Isaac, and while they were praying, they start singing on your mandate, does that mean that, oh, he has lost his integrity, oh, he shouldn't be there? This is where we have problem as Nigerians. This is a man who has business in Nigeria. He still lives in Nigeria. So when you attack him, you are simply winning him over to the opposition. In fact, you are pushing him, say, oh yeah, go to their side, go to their side. I don't get it. Me, where they follow you talk now, I have friends who are supporters of Tinubu. I have friends who are supporters of Peter Obi. We still work together, we drink together, we party together. So, because I'm supporting Peter Obi now, my friend today is supporting Tinubu. Today is my enemy. No. All I have to do is, once we start talking politics, I need to educate today. Say, today, oh, see why I'm not supporting your candidate. Your candidate do this, he do that. He no do this, he no do that. Then today can tell me why he's not supporting my candidate too. And all this all this fighting, it doesn't make no sense. If come the election day, you are not on the ground to go and vote for the candidate you are campaigning for. Now zero it goes to be. So where are we headed? I've seen many Igbo people who will say, Yorubas are betrayer. Yorubas are betrayer. Did you even know the implication of that word you are saying? Me that I'm supporting Peter Obi now, when you look at me and you say, Yorubas are betrayer, do you know what you are telling me? As a Yoruba man, what do you expect me to tell you? Oh, I should tell you, oh, Yorubas are betrayer. Igbos are decent people. Igbos are honor people. No. Because once you generalize, Yorubas are betrayer. Then I can also tell you, say, Igbo people are betrayers too. They are not dependable. You don't listen to them. They betray each other. Then what will happen? All of a sudden, whatever rapport that you and I were supposed to have, we will break it down. Because of who? Because of a politician that will get into position tomorrow that don't even remember you or remember me. I don't understand. In every tribe, you will find betrayers. In every circle, you will find sellout. But as soon as you start generalizing, you will think you are winning the argument or you are winning the debate. He says, no, you are not winning nothing. I've seen Tinubu supporters that will labas obedient, call them name, obedient, Obi hooligans, Obi tout. That is politics. I get it. It is welcome. But as soon as you start saying, you see those Igbo, where be obedient, they be mumu. Oh, now you are crossing the boundary. Now you are calling for trouble. Now you are really telling the people that they should forget the point you are making, that they should follow you to enter the mud of tribal bigotry. How long are we going to do that? Let me tell you, this is politics. Somebody who is supporting Tinubu today may turn around tomorrow and say they are supporting Peter Obi. Someone who is supporting Peter Obi today may turn around tomorrow and say, I'm supporting Tinubu. And there is nothing you can do about it. It's their choice. That is why I always appeal to obedience and Baptists. Campaign on issues. Discuss issues. Highlight what is not being done right and what can be done better, not by attacking personality. By attacking Isaac Fayose now, do you know how many Peter Obi supporters that are Yorubas that will simply turn away and say, you know what, I think these people who really have different agenda. No. This will be when they talk. I think I see what's behind it now. They really hate us. Stop. If you don't like what Isaac Fayose did, call out Isaac Fayose. Don't call out the tribe. Kenneth Okonkwo, we have discussed him severally, how he behaved. Kenneth Okonkwo is an Igbo man. Kenneth Okonkwo used to be Peter Obi's spokesperson at one point. But what happened? Kenneth Okonkwo turned around and started attacking Peter Obi, dragging Peter Obi's name in the mud. But anytime we talk about Kenneth Okonkwo, we address Kenneth Okonkwo. We do not say, Kenneth Okonkwo, Igbo ni. In Igbo, you can never cross Igbo. That is Igbo character. That Kenneth Okonkwo character, Igbo character. This is where emotional and social intelligence comes to play. So that's just my take on this matter. Whether Nigeria are good or Nigeria are no good or person way in life go better, he go better. Person way in life go wallow in poverty, go wallow in poverty. The reason many of us are just clamoring for better governance and trying to support one candidate or the other is because we want Nigeria to be better for everyone. We don't want a Nigeria that works for certain few people. Okay? This is politics. People have the freedom to vote for whoever they want to vote for. They have the freedom to support whoever they want to support. But if you are trying to gather support for your candidate, don't attack a tribe. Attack the person. If you feel, why would Fayose be in the midst of these guys? They are Tinubu. So let me tell you right here and there. If Seyi Tinubu has something to do in this Austin now, and it has anything to do with business summit, maybe we have a business conference ongoing, and Seyi Tinubu is in attendance with all those that are on your mandate, which are what did they call themselves? City boys. I will be there. Yes. You know why I'll be there? I will be there because of the opportunity. Political time in Nigeria is just 4 years. If you are lucky, they give you second time. You were there for 8 years. After that, will life not continue? So if I attend the event where Seyi Tinubu dey now, even though I may call Peter Obi supporter, you turn around, see, I tell you, Yoruba. You see that Ben? He go there. You're not supposed to go there. My friend, shut the fuck up if you don't know how this thing works. The Peter Obi himself that we are supporting, how many politicians have you seen Peter Obi fighting? Anytime Peter Obi is speaking, was Peter Obi not speaking about the situation, the condition of the country, and how we can make things better? Anytime Peter Obi want to talk about any of his political opponents, he will say, my brother. He used to be my boss. What's the problem? What's wrong with us? Dear Nigerians, one thing I don't support and I always preach against is victim mentality. Trust me. If you see yourself as a victim, you will remain a victim. Yeah. If you see yourself, when it comes to politics, if you ever see yourself as a victim all the time, you will never figure a way to turn the situation around because you will just give up. It's just like the people we live here together in this America, the people who look like us. Every time you can see those who have put themselves in that box of, hey, slavery, they subject us. Do you know what they do? 400 years, slavery, they're against us, they're against us. Just watch. They never get out of it. They are always struggling. Victim mentality, that's what it's called. You can never get out of it. And once your oppressor figure that you already put yourself in that box of victim, they will figure every time they will use it against you and they will press you down right there. But as soon as you come out of that zone and you are like, fuck it, I'm not a victim. I have the same right as you. I can play the same freaky game you are playing. Yes, I can go toe to toe with you. You come for me, I come for you. Even your opponent will back up because your opponent now knows that you are no longer a victim. You are ready to fight for what you deserve. Let us stop. That's all I can say about Isaac Fayose and whatever backlash he is getting. I'm an obedient, but I'm not the type of obedient that say, because you support Tinubu, you are now my enemy. No, I will take you on based on available data. I will take you on policy. I will take you on what I think the government is not doing right. I will not attack your race, religion, or wherever you're coming from. But if you want to go that route, good luck with that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep on moving.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
All right, top story number 3. David Umahi. Yes, David Umahi. I want to play a video. I know you've already heard everything that happened, everything that went down with this David Umahi case. For those who are not following, David Umahi is the Minister of Works in Nigeria. And the man have come under a lot of criticism lately, especially when it comes to his interaction with women. A few months back, there was a lady who was dragging him. The lady claimed that she did some campaign souvenir for him and all of that, and that the man, when they were in the man's house, the man was trying to sexually assault her, allegedly, according to her. But she was dragging him that the man did not pay him. Then there are other women. I think there is this CEO too, one of the real estate developer in Nigeria. The woman is in the US. I think one time the woman was also having issue with the minister, and the woman also allegedly accused the minister of some sexual advancement and things like that. And the minister himself made a mistake one time when he was addressing some of those issues. I think he said on camera one time that this lady that is saying, I'm coming for her. If she is a woman like Senator Natasha, we will understand. She's not even like Senator Natasha. And I said to myself that if only this man knew he have indicted himself with that statement. Senator Natasha is a married woman. She is a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They are talking about you allegedly assaulting a woman, and in your defense, you were saying if that woman is Senator Natasha now, I will say yes, it is possible. Sir, that is an indictment. Because you know what? The lady that died in his compound is a beautiful woman. That's why, man, today's show, if I really say make I dey talk wetin dey my mind, I don't know. Nigerian men, I'm beginning to agree with sisters. We have to go for therapy. A lot of Nigerian men need therapy. They need brain reset. Because if you can open your mouth as a minister and say one woman is not beautiful enough for you to have entered her room, and the woman is saying you came to her room, you tie towel and all of that, and you say, no, I didn't do it. Oh, she's not beautiful enough. If she's beautiful enough, maybe, because if it is somebody like Senator Natasha, that statement was all shades of wrong. And it goes a long way to show how much many Nigerian men devalued our women, our sisters, our mothers. It shows in their character and utterances. Senator Natasha is a married woman. Imagine a married and a man using your wife as an example of the kind of a woman he would have assaulted. How would you feel as a man? Him, David Omayi, that is speaking. Imagine if somebody references his own wife. Oh, you know that girl. If the girl is as beautiful as Minister Umahi wife, how would you feel, sir? It's all shade of wrong. And now, guess what happened? Just few months later now. This lady you see on the screen, to the extreme right, her name is Habila. They say she's a nurse. The lady died under his house. And now, people are pointing accusing finger at the minister. Then the minister made a video to debunk the whole thing and say, hey, she's like a daughter to me. Hey, yes, in my compound, I have guest house, I have this one. And according to the report circulating online, they said the lady is working with him. Sometimes she traveled to Abuja with him. Sometimes she comes to Abakaliki with him. And I started asking myself this question. Why are the people working with this man always living in his compound? Somebody please help me make this make sense. Maybe Namino they see and well. How come the people working for you, they are always living in your compound, and then something strange is always happening around you? The minister is not guilty of anything, no. To be honest, we are not saying the minister did anything, no. In fact, I think for me, I accept his explanation about the lady working with him, about the lady working in his compound, about the lady being like a daughter to him or something. But, sir, I think this is where Abi usually said that a lot of celebrities in Nigeria, a lot of famous people in Nigeria, they need to be educated on PR. They are making a lot of statements that I don't think they know the implication of what they are saying. So I don't get it. How come everybody working with, they are always living in your house? Vendor, they live in your guest house. This one, they live in your house. That one, what is going on? What is it about this your compound, this your house, that they are always staying in? And then at the end of the day, something mysterious, something must happen. And then we will be spending time to clean the shit up. So, the minister is trending again. The lady died, and all kind of story are spreading on the internet. But the one that is currently trending, and I need your opinion on, is that this lady's father came out and said he don't want autopsy. He said he wants the authority to release the body of his daughter to him. Okay? And then some Nigerians have issue with that, as usual. You know us Nigerians now. We always have issue with almost everything. So some Nigerians are like, okay, why would the father said he doesn't want autopsy? And then the man said he don't want autopsy. He doesn't want them cutting into the organs of his daughter. He leave everything to God. He just want them to release his daughter to him so he can give her a befitting burial. Now, there are some people who are insinuating that, oh, they paid him off. It'd be like, They don't go give her huge money. They don't tell her, may back off. And there are some people that are saying the man just don't want to allow his daughter to go through the rigorous processes in Nigeria. You know, in Nigeria, once you come to this autopsy and involving people with influence like this, you will never get to the bottom of the case. So Mohbad is still lying in the mortuary. They never bury Mohbad. So I started asking, what is the right course of action here? Now, some people are saying legally, the case has become a federal government case, that it is the prerogative of the government to investigate the cause of death. And the father is coming out saying, no, I want you people to release my daughter to me. So where do we go from here? In my opinion, he is the father of the disease. If he said he's not interested in finding out how your own daughter, the one you sent to school, the one you raised, the one you claim you truly love, if you say you are not interested in investigating the mysterious circumstances surrounding her demise, well, that's your cup of tea. When they give you your daughter, go bury her. But what are Nigerians saying about that? So, Real Fam, what are your opinion? I don't know. But I pray things like this will not happen to us in Jesus' name. Amen. By Dupsy, how you doing, sis? Dupsy said, beauty has nothing to do with Pekus. Many men have proved it so many times. Dupsy, don't do me like this now. Dupsy, so you don't subscribe to that saying, say, na I, na amen, the chase. No be down there. Dupsy, I beg. Staro says, sacrifice to the demons he worshipped. He was bribed and threatened. Intimidation. Well, God knows. Mama 5 said, even if the father refused autopsy, it is up to the judicial system to proceed or not. But if the death is suspicious, and imagine they would carry out an autopsy. Mama 5 said, in my opinion, any unexplainable death should be autopsied. Absolutely, you're right. But again, this is Nigeria. Hey, Peanut, how you doing, my sister? Peanut said, so many questions. How did a girl that is on internship with the State Health Institute, seconded to a federal ministry in Abuja, and following the minister up and down, and died in his house naked? This is the question that baffles me. Peanut, God bless you, sis. I don't understand that waka about. You follow the minister to Abuja, you follow into Abakaliki. What is going on, please? What is going on? And I look at the lady picture. She's really beautiful. She get waiting most Nigerian men they chase. Wow. She's endowed. I don't want to say was. The lady na full package. Why following the minister up and down? Now, the area where I don't understand be that. Is she the personal nurse of the minister? And that is why today's show is very important. Women, protect yourself. I will say again and again and again. Women, protect yourself. I don't get it. How come you are working for a man and you are following him up and down and there is nothing between you and that man? I don't understand. Why is the father saying he doesn't want autopsy? Could it be because in Nigeria, honestly speaking, if truly there are some powerful hands behind her death, if they go this route of autopsy and everything, they will never get to the bottom of it. especially in this current dispensation where we don't even have judges that you can trust, the judicial system. So maybe the dad just gave up. Just like, look, I don't have time to be chasing this up and down. In this Nigeria, I don't think I will get results. Let me just bury my daughter and just keep it moving. Or could it mean that the dad doesn't really love the daughter like that? There are so many angles to this, and that is why I said, women, protect yourself. I know there are many dads in Nigeria that they don't really connect with their daughter. That emotional bond is not there. Could it be there was no love lost between the dad and the daughter, and that is why the dad is kind of feeling like, well, it don't happen. Because I don't think if you have a beautiful daughter like this, a nurse, do you know what it means to have a nurse? In fact, let me brag. If you have a nurse, you have a successful professional child that you should be proud of. Does it mean the father really don't love her that much? And he just feel like, well, she's dead, let me just bury her. Or does the father have a lot of children? You know, Nigeria is a polygamous society. Maybe the father probably have plenty children. So losing one, it not really mean anything. Because I don't know. I was actually going to ask my ladies to help me dig into the lady's professional profile to see if really she's a nurse. Because the first thing I heard was, oh, she's a physiotherapist. And I'm like, if this is physiotherapists that I know, physiotherapists, they are doctors. What will make a physiotherapist be following one man up and down? Oh, today we are at Abakaliki. Oh, minister is going to Abuja. Oh, we are going to Abuja. Oh, I don't know. And then suddenly they change the narrative that, oh, she's not a physiotherapist. So she's a nurse. Okay. If she's a nurse, is Umahi having some health issues that require personal nurse that should be going to Abuja, Abakaliki, anywhere the man went? I don't get it. But if we push all of this aside, where is the protection for this girl now? And that is the bane of our conversation today. I'm sharing the link. Whoever want to join, please come and tell us how women can protect themselves in Nigeria. That is what we are discussing on today's show. So for this girl now, does it mean her life has no value? Her life is not worth fighting for. I don't understand. I don't get it. Oh, people say physiotherapist, nurse. I don't even know. You know, some of this terminology in Nigeria, what some of this thing meant in Nigeria is not what it meant here in the United States. The meaning no be they ever be the same. I don't just know. In Nigeria, did you know in Nigeria, the people that do care work here, because in some nursing home here, as a care worker, you can check vital signs, you can empty urine catheter, you can perform some minor ADLs. But in Nigeria, even someone who is working as a care worker in Nigeria, they call them nurse too. I don't know. So sorry if the physiotherapist, I just don't know. It's just so confusing, man. I don't get it. Okay. All right. Let's go into this debate and conversation, my people.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in. I am UB, your favorite Gen Z uncle, and this is my take.
All right. Welcome, my people. God bless you. I got my lovely sister, that mom of 5, carry pepper spray. Mom of 5, why are you like this? Eh? You change your name to carry pepper spray bottle. I got mom of 5, and I have my lovely sister J in the building. let's talk about how women can protect themselves. David Umahi case and this lady that just passed now. And then we have this beautiful young girl, 20 years old, that unalive herself as a result of this disrespect and maltreatment of women in Nigeria. How can they protect themselves, please? Mom of Five, I love the show you did about this girl issue. I was listening to it while driving, and when you get to that point where you were recommending pepper spray, I say, yes, yes, this is it. Atarodo, please, my sister, over to you.
Hello, Ariel Farm. Good evening, Uncle Beno. Hello, Uncle Patrick and Papi. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. This is a very, very sad story, actually. When I saw the news of this particular lady, I had tears in my eyes because I've got a 22-year-old daughter, and I just didn't know how to react because, oh my God forbid, I will go mad. I will go mad. The first day my daughter came home and told us that she has a boyfriend, my husband hit the wall like, boyfriend, Nibo? Like, it was like, boy, from where? Like, he actually punched the wall when my daughter says she has a boyfriend and she's bringing the boyfriend home. And me, I was happy because as an African parent living in diaspora, I want that kind of relationship whereby, yes, she's a young adult. I want to know where she goes. I want to know who she moves with. Not because maybe I think something would happen to her, but I want to know that whoever she's with is going to respect her and protect her. And
Absolutely.
if, God forbid, I've seen cases of where girls who say they are going out to meet their boyfriend, and these are stories I've also shared with my daughters as well. In fact, one happened in Scotland a few years ago. It was an 18-year-old girl, black girl. She went to go meet her white boyfriend, and then they started looking for her. A week later, they found her dead body in a suitcase.
Oh,
so these are the stories I share with my daughters and say, come, me asking you where you go. It's not because maybe I want to monitor you. I just want to know that you are safe. So upon hearing this girl's story, I shed a tear for her. And I was just like, what was our offense? And then again, from that video that Uncle Beno was citing there, in my own opinion, her parents failed her. Because if you listen to her declaration, her death declaration video, she did mention that there was a family issue that she needed money to solve. So why should a 20-year-old be carrying the responsibility of solving a family issue? It's not our responsibility. Our parents should be the ones providing for her, but that was another matter on the way. Again, I am not faulting this girl in any way, but then as children, for you not telling your parents, you knew you should not be making that journey.
Mm-hmm.
You knew, because I won't say I was a saint too. I remember when I was dating my husband, I would lie to my parents, I'm going to my friend's place in Magudu. Me, I'm on my way to Lagos, Ibadan. I'm on my way to Ibadan. You know that kind of a thing. I am on my way to Ibadan. And then when I went to Lasso in Okokomaiko there. I would tell them that I have lecture. I will not be coming back home for 3 days. You don't know. I am on my way to Ibadan to meet my husband. But then I will always confide in my sister and say, oh, by the way, this is where I'm actually going, in case, But still, again, women should be free to move and meet whoever they want to meet, regardless of even if this person is a stranger. But in this case of this girl, Anodogu, I don't believe this man is actually a stranger to her because they've been chatting. And even though she said, I don't want to do this, there's somebody who already asking for my body. I said no. And she made her intentions known that, come, I am not willing to give you a pueo. Mm-hmm. You said you want 10 people you want to train 10 people. Come and teach me how to do content. She wants to be better for herself. This guy, disguising, encouraged her to come and did what he did. In my own opinion, we can keep going over the story over again and over again. The deed has been done already. But as a young lady, I know in Nigeria, Uncle, you know how many times I wish I had money that I wish I could buy pepper spray and import to Nigeria and give to all the school girls, because this is something that I've thought. In fact, I was actually thinking about. My husband was telling me that he recently registered a charity organization in Nigeria, and I'm thinking of doing something similar, like buying pepper spray, something that women can use to protect themselves via the charity. But then again, money is everything. So that was why he said in that video that, come, as a young woman, even as much as you want, we can't say you should not meet men now. You can't say you should not date and stuff like that. But while you are in the process of doing that, protect yourself. I did a video about 2 years ago or 3 years ago when I was talking about this story of Selena and Afiba. That you know what, if you must meet anybody at all, ask the man for his ID card. Where does he work? All those information. If he's not freely and willing to share those information with you, then don't meet with that person. So now these are still part of the ways you can actually protect yourself. So the example that Uncle Beno was saying in my video there, okay, we can't buy pepper spray because again, if you want the police to arrest this guy, you don't want a case whereby, oh, Shebi, you already did this to him now. Why are you reporting him to the police? This one I have for you, just buy a bottle, even if it is Ragoli's bottle water, that small bottle water, Ragoli's that you put in your bag. Before you leave your house, blend pepper. Atarodo no cheap. You can look for 500 naira. If not Esha, even spoiled one. Blend, add it to a water bottle or into a bottle, preferably a bottle that has spray. No, when you are spraying your body spray, the kind of spray like that. Buy a bottle like that. Obviously, you need to prepare, especially if you are meeting this person for the first time. You don't know what will happen there, but in as much as you're going there with the intention that you'll be safe, you also have to have a second mind that you're meeting this person for the first time. You don't know what they are capable of. So get yourself a spray bottle with a nozzle, blend pepper, atarodo, well sharp, well, blend them, put them inside bottle. If possible, do 2 bottles, put it in your handbag. And also, don't be vigilant, be conscious of your environment. In as much as you are meeting this person in a closed area, in a private place, don't lose guard. Don't say because he's a popular content creator or because this person is well known by such and so person, or you think because people in that area are familiar with him that it might not be able to do any harm to you. Don't ever trust someone you are meeting for the first time. So carry a pepper spray bottle in your bag. And I will not also advocate for carrying kinife because again, you might not be strong enough. Look at that guy this girl. She's tiny and that guy is huge. If I say me could carry kinife now, what if you overpowers her and collect it and use it on the girl? So carry pepper spray bottle, atarodo. If you can't afford to buy atarodo, your mama has blended pepper, atagigu in the kitchen. Put it in your butter bottle, mix it and put it in your bag and don't ever lose guard. If you can't afford that, go to pharmacy, go and buy methylated spirits. Carry methylated spirits in a spray bottle. It messes up, targets his eyes. That way. And if you don't say you can't carry any of those things, just like Uncle Beno said earlier on, Koropoint, grab the balls. Grab the balls. All you need to do is just grab it and squeeze it, dig your nails into it. But then in all, I really would not encourage women to meet strangers for the first time in a private environment. Meet in an open space. I saw a video earlier on that a lady shared about, women should be terrified of all men. And Uncle Beno, I wish I saved that video. Men in the comment section coming for this lady. She said,
I have the video. I will play
the video. She said people came for her. She was like, okay, because at the end of the day, why should women be going out and be terrified of harm coming to them because they are meeting men for the first time? Like, I don't even know how to say this thing because the stories coming out is so crazy, man. This favored girl, this story now, if you say all the comment victim shaming, families are now coming out to ask for money. I'm so pissed. And again, I'm going to say this, her parents failed her because she told her sister that, this happened to me. She sent money to her. What did the parent do? Did they take her straight to a police station to go report the crime? Or they are just ashamed that, that thing happened to their daughter? Maybe if they had done something, she wouldn't have done what she did to herself. It's just a sad story. It's really sad. And I pray that she gets justice because even the way that Nigerian police are moving now, asking the father to provide a vehicle for them to travel to Benin to go and gather evidence. I was like, seriously? So young ladies out there, I know as parents, we cannot always monitor your movements. We cannot always know where you are, but please try and confide in somebody. If you are not able to tell your parents where exactly you are going, it just goes on to show that maybe you should not be going to meet that person. Absolutely. Maybe just means you should not be going to meet that person. And for the story of this David Umahi, me, I know one. I still want to enter Nigeria. This man is saying that he wants them to do the autopsy. The father is saying they should not do autopsy. In my own opinion, from what I've been able to gather so far from the story, it was alleged that the door was locked from behind. What if there's another entrance into the room? And then again, any suspicious death, any death that cannot be explained, an autopsy should be carried out. Okay, what if the lady has an underlying health condition that nobody knows? This is
Yeah.
the autopsy will help us know, okay, there was something that was bothering her that the family is not aware of. Maybe even she herself, she's not aware of it. Maybe that was how she was, she passed away. But then somebody crying in somebody's house, and as a parent, you say you don't want to know what happened to her. Me, that father needs to be investigated. Maybe
Yeah.
it's been threatened allegedly. Maybe he was threatened.
Yeah.
And the man in question, the man where the girl passed away, maybe him coming out to say, "Oh, I want to," maybe that he's just doing that as a disguise, knowing that the father of the child will not proceed with the autopsy. But in all, we just need to be very, very careful because Nigeria is just everything is just moving mad nowadays. That's just what I need to carry
Thank
pepper
you.
spray. That one is cheap and afford it.
Thank you, Diamond 5. Honestly, you have a great recommendation there. I'm still going to ask a question later, but I just quickly want to go to Sister J. The question is going to be about this pepper spray tea. But Sister J, how are you doing, my lovely sis? Sister J.
Hi everybody, how you be? How are you?
I'm fine, Mama. How are you? How is my uncle and the kids and everybody?
We're fine, not too bad. Yeah, just been recovering. I was not feeling very well in the last 2 weeks, but I'm all right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
yeah. About this story, I don't know, for some reason I've just been kind of avoiding it because it's really, really difficult to process. But what really got me, what I called in is because people are questioning this young girl. Why is she following this man to everywhere he's going? I actually think is a wrong question, and I feel really offended as a woman. I mean, we've heard travel nurses. She's a psychotherapist. I think, she's a physiotherapist. They deal with muscular, whatever. It could be that's what she does. Maybe she massages him or whatever. Who knows? It could be her job, even though she's a psychotherapist or whatever it is she is. We should be allowed to, both men and women work without fearing, death for anything. In a sane country, if such thing had occurred, the first thing you do is to call the police, an ambulance, right? You start resuscitation, and then the ambulance police will come in, and obviously the investigation will start straight away. We're not leaving it to the parents to say, "Oh, do you want an autopsy or not?" That's completely, because it's suspicious. First of all, you have the doctor will come in and certify her death. And then they will tell us what's happened. Is it natural causes? Or if that's not identified, we don't know what it is, then that's where a recommendation for the person to, go for them to do autopsy. And I'm not sure. I think it's been long now with this girl had died and nobody. And then I heard that I've not really watched the story because, like I said, it's really painful for me and to listen to. But from the little stuff that I've read, I learned that this man is he called the ambulance or something? And I don't know where they took the girl to. And, for a minister who's traveled the world, he knows the right thing to do and he's choosing not to do it. And telling women we should protect ourselves. Why should we protect ourselves? Why should we live in a world where we're not free to walk about exactly as the men, what they're doing as well? Why shouldn't we work in a safe environment? Who's making the environment unsafe? It's really unfair. But then again, if we want to look at it, you did ask questions, what should women do? Back in the day when I used to, obviously, like when you're dating, there are a few things I used to do. Anyway, if we want to go down that route, we want to recommend it for maybe young ones who are, dating. Sometimes I'll take my friend along with me. Sometimes I'll tell my friend where I'm going, right? And I'll tell her this is where, and I make sure it's a public place. I make sure I have my card with me so that if anything, I can pay for the food and take my Uber or whatever, and I'll leave. Right? And make sure, place is not hidden. You don't follow somebody you don't know to the hotel until you are confident and you know that, this person, I know this person. And then you make sure that you tell your family member, your friends, Because can you go into the hotel with somebody you don't even know? You're putting yourself at risk. You should be suspicious of every single person. They're not your brother. They're not your dad. That every other person that you don't know, you should be really sus. So it's heartbreaking that the minister is not doing the right thing. First of all, that's what you do. You call the police, and you call the to start resuscitation. I know it's Nigeria. Everything goes. And for the father. For a father who has trained, I don't know how he trained, whether maybe they're not connected or they don't have a relationship, like, Mohbad's one. I don't know, that you say you don't want to find out how your daughter unalive. That's just a little bit strange. It sounds like someone has been bought. And I'm thinking, what kind of money can someone give you, right? To forfeit understanding, having closure. And then again, if we look at it, maybe he's been threatened. He's under duress. And they might even unalive him if he doesn't. And he's coming out to say, oh, I want it to be done. So there's systematic, failings where the parents are. And to be honest, I don't even want to blame the parents because she's 20 years old. I mean, in here, I'm a nurse myself by profession. Being a travel nurse, people travel, they can have personal, personal nurses. And I don't see anything wrong with it. She's not done anything wrong. She was working just like all of us go to work. Why should I fear, that my employer is going to unalive me? So I think we need to be asking the right questions. It's not, why is she traveling? Why did they go there? Why can't they be free? Why can't we live in a world where we feel safe? Why should I worry so much about what another person who can't keep it in their trousers, or who feel that they can just get away with it because they have money? So there should be an inquest. There should be an autopsy. There should be, this in the same place. The minister, I don't want to be calling names, should be in custody, asking questions by the police to understand. Every single person in that house should be in custody. There should be questioning done. We know that is how it's done. Not the poor girl that's unalive saying, oh, why did she go there? I mean, at 20, we're not even full developed. 25, we're not even full developed. People grow up, have different development at different stages, knowing that, okay, can I go there by myself or not? These are adults. These are grown adults. So that, and I'm hearing that this is not the first time this has happened. This man's got loads of shady stuff that he's been doing. It's not the first time. But because you know what? He's got money. It's going to be swept under the rug and nothing is going to happen. But I pray to God one day that they will do this nonsense somewhere and they will get caught. Because enough is enough. And I heard that this was not even gaining. I saw when someone say such thing happened and it's not going viral. And I saw that, I think 2-3 days ago. And then it started picking, people start reposting and resharing. And then I saw it on Arise News. That's how he blew. And he came out to come and make statement. He was quiet about it. So please, let's not blame people. The young girl who has taken her own life is traumatic. Yes, the parents failed her. And because of the society, they don't know better. They don't know any better. And this girl that obviously passed away as well, it's not her fault. She was working. So please, I'm just really infuriated when I'm hearing these questions. Why is she going there? Why is she doing this? Just because you live in a country that refuses to function. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway,
absolutely.
that's just my two. It's really upsetting. Please, I don't know. It's just my 2 cents. Yeah.
Thank you, my sister. You have a very good point. We will come back to address some of that. I have Uncle Dio and Dupsy in the building. But Sister J and Momo Five and everybody, while Uncle Dio and Dupsy speak, I want us to ponder on this question right here. Who is responsible for personal safety? At the end of the day, who is really responsible for personal safety? That's why that question is being pushed. especially in a place like Nigeria. But I will come back to that shortly. Uncle Dio, you're welcome, sir. What are your take, Uncle Dio? How are you doing today?
I'm good, Uncle Beno. Thank you very much. Good evening, real fan. Good evening, Mom of Five, Sister Jane, everybody on the chat. I always salute to. Actually, this is a very, very, very sad development because when we are talking about things like this, apart from the fact that we want to like educate, it's always it's always leave a bitter pill in the mouth because in a country like Nigeria, whereby law is not properly enforced as it's supposed to have been, and many people, many criminals, sometimes they get away with the crime, and it's just so sad. It's just so sad. Now, for instance, now the case of this girl, I was saying, I think I was chatting with Sister Janet on the chat when we were doing the first analysis when we were talking to the men, and I was like, she made mention of some things that I was not a little bit comfortable with, and I was like, first off, don't our women should not. One of the things, we were talking about setting boundaries, and I said one of the things that we should set as boundaries, because just ask the question now, which I'm going to marry the two of them all together, that who should be responsible for personal safety. As an adult, you are the number one person responsible for your own safety. You are the number one person. Every other person is secondary. If you are a child, your parents are responsible. But as an adult, you are the number one person responsible for your own personal safety. Why? Don't put yourself in a compromising situation. Don't do everything possible to protect yourself. Mind where you go. Mind who you associate with. And be careful. The case of the guy, the black guy that went out with his friends, and he ended up being fired, and they found his dead body. It's still fresh in memory. But there are some things that they are just inevitable. You cannot escape it. But the ones that you can do as a person, you need to do it to protect yourself, because this life has no duplicate. God forbid, once you buy, you buy. That's why you have to be careful. Now, the reason why I'm so bitter about this girl is that she was looking for help, for crying out loud. She needed help. And she reached out to you as a man that you promised to help her. And the next thing, you want to take advantage of her. If I am the president of this country, honestly speaking, that guy will die by hanging. I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying my own bit. Because taking advantage of the poor to that level, to me, it is not only criminal, it is wickedness at the highest level. But it has happened, it has happened. If the girl did not make that video and expose everything, probably nobody will have known what happened.
Absolutely.
But the most important thing here is that we should take a lesson from this. We know our young girls, sometimes, because of the freedom that they have, they may want to take some laws into their hands, like sneak to go and see their boyfriends, sneak to go and see their online bodies and all. It's a risk. That's why I say the number one person that is responsible for your safety is yourself as an adult. You are the number one person responsible for your own safety. After that, how do you protect yourself? I like the idea of what Mom of Five says, but I think somewhere in Nigeria, I think I've not confirmed this. I think pepper spray is not allowed. I don't know. I can't confirm that, but I think I read it somewhere. No, honestly speaking, they see it as an offense. If the police to arrest you,
circumstances?
Honestly speaking, Uncle Beno, I cannot confirm this. I'm just saying that I think I read it somewhere that if they should catch you with a pepper spray, you are going to give account for it or something like that. So I cannot say whether it is true or not. I'm just saying this. But under normal circumstances, it's supposed to be a defense mechanism for any woman or for even for a man. You need to protect yourself when it comes to that. That's number one. Now, number two is that I believe also taser. You get a taser, you know all these tasers that the police use. I I have a brother-in-law that works with the police paramilitary stuff, and they are using taser. He said the only thing you just have to get a permit for it, that you can carry a taser on you to protect yourself. I think that one is even much more effective than this so-called pepper spray. You just have to get a permit for it, and then you can have a taser on you. Anybody that tries nonsense with you, taser, you know the way that thing works now. It will just electrocute you. You become redundant for the next 4 or 5 minutes. So if you can get that also, I think it will really work. Also, again, always put your geolocation, put your phone on. Thank God that we have all this Google Map. Always let your locations be known. And please carry, at least let a friend or two know about where you're going, no matter how secretive it is. And the last one that I say is that don't trust no man. Don't trust no man. Don't trust no man. Please, trust only yourself and trust God. Because the Bible says that don't put your trust in man, because the arm of flesh will surely fail you. If God can say that we should not trust any man, who are you to say you trust your boyfriend? Who are you to say you trust the person that you are chatting with? Who are you to say you trust somebody that you just met for the first time, or maybe you are meeting for the first time? Please, let's be guided, and God will help us all.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Dio. We have by Dupsy and then Uncle Patrick in the building. I don't really want to talk now because Una already done the trigger me with that pepper spray is illegal. Did you know even they enter my head? You know they enter my head. You don't even trigger me real bad. I want to see the law that will tell me that somebody is attempting to buy you. Your hand, this pepper spray, you pour for your eye. They're going to say, it's illegal. Out. Anyway, Dupsy, over to you. Abby is in the building. So Abby and I were hosting this show together. Please, this show is in 2 parts. The first part is Women Protect Yourself. We are trying to see what advice we can give women, especially in a place like Nigeria. How can they protect themselves? In Nigeria, there is no law. No system is protecting women. Women are always at risk. Let's call it what it is. Too many predators, too many criminals, too many. In fact, women are not safe with any freaky person in Nigeria. So this show is in 2 parts. First part is how do women protect themselves? Any idea, please offer them. The second part is all men are dangerous. And I'm saying that with no apology. Anybody will invest. I'm sorry, I'm not apologizing for that. So you have to hear me out on that one. All men are dangerous. What makes a difference is some men have been taught, trained, they groom themselves, they learn, they unlearn, they know how to manage situation. So that is why they seems like they are not dangerous. Oh, this one is good. Most men are dangerous when it comes to dealing with women. There is no amount of bone power you say you get. If a man is really mad and want to really suppress you, it will take God's grace for you to be free. So that's why I said all men are dangerous. So once we're done with Women Protect Yourself, we will now look at what actually made men very, very dangerous and why women should be careful. Except you've known a man for a long time. He has been consistent. Don't say, oh, he can't do it. All of this weary that we are seeing now, to some people, they are saints until their yansh open. So that's just where I'm going with that. But Dupsy, please. After Dupsy, Uncle Patrick will come in. Dupsy, please, what are your thoughts, my sister?
Hi, everyone.
I was about to hear your name. You welcome, Dupsy. How you doing, Mama?
Good. I'm copying Abby. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dupsy. Abby is in the building. So in case if you don't see me,
Hi,
Abby is
Sister
also
Dupsy.
moderating.
How are
Yeah.
you?
I. So, this has been really sad though, because I've been seeing a lot of this DV and Kiriwa violence on my timeline lately, and it's not, it's really sad in so many, I don't even know how to what degree it is. My thing is that these are the ones that we know. These are the ones that are out there. These are the ones that we have like the that is on social media. People have opera and all that stuff. Somebody like that, Odogu or Vasaba, whatever he said his name is, has been doing this thing. And he just didn't think that this girl would have come online and blasted him and at the same time take her own life. I saw was it a video on TMO5, Momo5, or I don't know whether it was your platform. I don't know. Maybe it was, I'm not sure. But I saw a video today about a lot of some men are now online saying that so because they do something to you, that's why you now can't take your own life. Like I was just like, what? Like what's happening? Like to me, it's like I'm trying to understand how somebody would jump into that conclusion and say that so this girl, 20-year-old girl, promising, wanting to create income for her family. Only God knows what her family had. Probably they were owing a lot of people, which is quite typical in, in lower class Nigeria. People are finding it so hard to get by. And somebody is thinking like, okay, what can I do to support my family? Which is very normal. It should not be that way, but it's the society that we kind of grew up in. Like, what can I do to help my daddy? What can I do to help my mommy? My mommy is going through this thing. And this is a girl thinking about how to help her family and then ends up with an idiot like somebody like this. Very weird looking human being, by the way. And for some reason, there is a category of men that are now online blaming the girl for actually taking her own life, which is the most painful way to go out of this earth. There is a problem in our society. And I will say this, and somebody might not like what I have to say, but a lot of times people talk about, I think even on this platform, there's this weary thing of women are hating men, they are men haters, they are men haters. And every time I hear that, I always smile because a society that has been built and structured on the fact that men should hate women. Now, some men are getting irritated when you see the new crops of women coming online to say that they literally hate men. It's aura for aura. Literally. I am not a man hater. I'm just someone that pays attention and looks at society and looks at how we are all functioning in this dysfunction. With the Senator David Umahi, I personally think it was some fishy stuff. I kind of deleted my comments because I was just like, I just you're talking too much. But honestly, it gives a very weird vibe. And if you watch the movie Olotori, a part of Olotori talked about a particular senator. By the way, Olotori was a real story or was an adapted story of somebody, a particular journalist in Nigeria, and was talking about how there are certain people in power that get around into this whatever trafficking that is going on. And when I look at the likes of this particular senator, some of the atrocities that he has done and some of the things that he has gotten away with, and people are trying to hold this particular senator accountable, but nothing is being done. Now you have a girl in his place or in his location founding, and when I saw the pictures, I think I saw it on Adiola Fayun's page, and looking at the marks on her body, I was like, this thing is not just okay, she just died in this house. This was somebody that was dealt with in a way, and then come to find out that this person is following this person. She's a nurse or whatever we like to call it. Like the same time when somebody was saying, allegedly, by the way, somebody was saying that if you are a chef, you have to be very careful with the kind of chef that you are doing. See, Nigeria is in so much dysfunction. This country is in a lot of that country is in a lot of dysfunction. And by the way, it's looking like it's almost everywhere. Don't want to go into that. But the main crux of the society, the main crux of my conversation is why have we created systems as a whole? And it's not just a man thing, because there are even women that are supporters of this nonsense. Why is it as a whole we create this kind of society where it's about this like dog eats dog world, where you just want to climb on somebody's agency? It is problematic. It's not sustainable. And I'm tired. That's my take. Hello. Hope they can hear me.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I don't know where Uncle Ben is. I don't really know. I think it's Uncle Patrick. Yeah, I don't really know. Uncle Patrick, good evening, sir.
Abby, good evening. Good evening. Ori Farm. Uncle Dayo, don't use my jingle by saying I throw a salute. You know it's meant for me. That's my greeting. Anyway, I throw a salute. Can you hear me, Abby?
Yes, we can hear you fine, sir.
Yeah. You know, let me quickly talk on the caption. Women protect themselves. Protect yourself. Nigeria of today, I'm going to redefine that caption that all Nigerians should protect themselves, especially our women. You know, when I saw the story of that lady, Favor, I wept inside. It's so sad. It's so sad that a young girl could just be taken away like that. And you know, I'm a father of at least 3 girls. And you know, I'm going to first of all blame the government that ruined our economy. And that's what I'm saying, it's so sad. My children started working at the age of 13. Yes, as a minor, they get paper from school, and the school will give them paper that they can work. We'll drop them there, we'll go and pick them. They can't work more than 9 o'clock. Is it 9 or 10? I've forgotten. We have to go and pick them. We are making their money. Yes, because the economy is there. You see, private businesses, they work as server, work where, retail. We saw it when Uncle Ben took the daughter to go and work. That's how they live in America. These kids want to make their money. There's nothing wrong in that. You even be happy as a parent that they don't even bother you. They have their money. Before you know, you see different car coming to your house. You say, do I know this man? DoorDash, Uber Eats. They come and drop their food. I say, well, me, I don't buy that. Good for you. They have their money. I don't know. They are just short living the life of our children. This is so sad. Yes, this is so sad. Now, these are leaders of tomorrow. The economy is not working. You can't even trust anybody. I just look at it and say, what kind of economy is this? If you look at the parent of the girl itself, they are begging for money. You know, the police has compromised. Odogu's Asaba parents they are crying. They say they don't want it. So what kind of society are we? It's like, what is going on? Everything is so rowdy that you don't even want to go to that country. So, are you going to be safe? You see all our girls doing escorts, everybody. The politicians messing up with the girls in Abuja. That's what they do. You see the Nollywood, before they can give them a road, they have to mess with them. You know, that's how that's what the society is. Everywhere is corrupt. The police will be compromised. You can imagine. We know we have situation here too. Why won't our girls, my daughter, everybody has their own pepper spray. I remember the last time I took them to one of my daughter to airport. She forgot. She quickly, before she got to school, she could run back to Dad. They won't allow me to take my pepper spray. Why not? You cannot even you cannot even go out at night in Nigeria, be it Lagos. It's so sad. It's so sad. The society is messed up. You can imagine this girl trying to make money. Look at this guy, just lure her in. Look at how he messed the girl up. And everybody say, why did this guy? Why not? We are different. Why not? The parent didn't do nothing. So I don't even know what to say. Women need to protect themselves. Look at the kidnappers. Look at what they are doing to our women. I heard of a lady that she was kidnapped, and they said she should bring 20 million. The lady told the parent, don't bring no one naira. That if she come back, she doesn't even think she's going to survive it. There are different men are, graping her there. They later buy her there. So it's so gruesome that it gives people mental health. I don't even want to hear. When people reading the news, and I say, how do people even live reading this kind of news every day? Rufai cried today on Arise News. He cried because everything is messed up. Everything is all on money, everybody. Man, that country, God will help us. So I tell you, look at our youth now. Look at Odogu that want to help a girl. Look at how the girl end up her life. Is that good? And there are not going to be stories like that. Look at David Umahi. You have to do the right thing so that this man follow the due protocol, so that when this girl, let them be safe, call police. They said they were carrying the girl at night. That's when they stopped them. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. God will help our children in Nigeria. God will help them in Nigeria. We know even when we are in university, but we see girls doing runs, but they still come back to hostel. They don't take their life. They still come back to hostel. We know girls are doing runs, that are living big. But now, girls are not safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Patrick. What do we have here? Mama 5. Mama 5, which name is this one again? Curry pepper spray. Says Jay. I don't know if I came in a bit late, so I don't know if there's anybody that I've missed, or if anyone has anything to add before I say anything else.
I just want to add something, Abby.
Go ahead, sir.
I want to add something, because I think that that's an angle that we also have to note, because Uncle Patrick brought it to the fore just now, the angle of poverty in the land. So that's why I want to beg. I want to say this without any prejudice. Maybe if this girl that by herself, maybe if she has an uncle in the diaspora, maybe she will have escaped. Because families that are being helped by this black tax that people in diaspora are sending occasionally, that token, that money, they don't have tendency to go into poverty the way and the manner in which this girl particularly have to push herself out there unnecessarily for. So I want to beg as many people as are in diaspora, that little token, that little black tax that you are paying, it goes a long way to help people back home in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. I know what I'm talking about. And I'm sure many of you too, you too, you surely understand this. So please, I just want us to look at that angle. Let us continue to do whatever we can do to assist people back home. And God will bless all of us. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Uncle Dio. Sis Jay, you want to say something?
Yeah. Do you know what? A thought just came to mind. I was thinking, what if, sorry, is a plot twist. What if it's the wife? What if she was this person is getting close and she doesn't like how it's playing out? What if she feels like she's getting too close or too close for comfort? You know, because this women, because I've heard, I think I put something on the chat.
What if it's the wife that fight her?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Do you guys not thinking about that as well?
The details that I have, I don't think that would this particular case, the details I have, I think it's pretty clear that
How is it clear?
So
Well, she's living under their roof, isn't it? So anything is possible. And I heard that she had bruises as well. So who did that? It could be anybody. What if they're bodyguard? What if somebody was instructed to do that?
So there's a pattern here which I don't know if it was covered. Was the guys, for anyone on the stage, was the guy's online persona covered in this conversation? Does anybody know? Because
No.
that has a lot to do with patterns. But I can cover that after Sister J speaks. Maybe it will make more sense. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, so that's another thing else, because the reason why I said that is because I know number 3 citizen of Nigeria, I heard that the wife allegedly, obviously I heard stories about the wife being very notorious, that she will go at any length to eliminate anybody, right, that gets so close. She knows all these things that they go through, these men, what they do in their escapades. But if they're getting close to, too close for comfort, she would eliminate them. That's the stories we've heard. So I was just thinking about that. What if it's not him? What if it's her? It could be anyone. It's just a thought, really, because it's not, we're all thinking one way. What if it's another person? I mean, you're saying that there's more to it, so I think it'd be good for if you do have the information, because I don't know much about it. It's just really surface information that I have, because for some reason it's almost like I want to know, but at the same time I don't want to because it's hurting me. So it's just a thought, really. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sis. I don't know what the introduction of this show was, but the very first video I saw of this man, I've never seen him before. I mean, I never saw him before this thing. The very first video that I saw of this man was one where he invited someone that does some vendor. What does she sell now? Is it skincare, body care, food? I can't remember. But a lady that sells something, I remember it was 20 something thousand naira, right? And then he invited her, he did a prank or a social experiment, should I say. A social experiment to prove to the public that a lot of Nigerian vendors that sell female vendors that sell stuff are oloshos as well. So that was the prank that he did on the girl / social experiment for those that are consuming the content. So he called her and said, come to my hotel room, give her the address. The girl was hesitant and said, oh, I don't want to come. And then he said, just come, I want you to do it by yourself. She said, oh, she'll send a rider to deliver it. He said, no, just come, I'll do yourself. I want you to do it yourself. And then she agreed. She went there. He offered her a seat and then told her I was going to offer her extra 30,000 naira for her to sleep with him. And the girl agreed. Took off her wig, said she was going to the bathroom to clean up. By the time she stood up to go to the bathroom, he called her back and they now let her know that, oh, it's just a prank, it's a social experiment, and he wants to advise her, right? He wants to advise her that what she's doing with her body is not good, blah 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 blah. That's one of his trending videos. That's his nonsense kind of content that he does. So a lot of his content is testing women, all of that stuff. Now it dawned on me that in my opinion, is a way to kind of what's the word to balance out his notorious acts, right? So let's say he invites 10 ladies, he would do a video like this for 5 to put out the whole, in case anything happens, for it to be that, oh no, I just called them to advise them. And if you watch any of all these predator kind of shows, you would see that a lot of their excuses is, oh, I was even concerned that the child was online, so I came to see for myself to advise them. All sorts of nonsense, right? So it just dawned on me that this guy does this a lot of female vendors. I don't know if his page is still up on social media, you will see it. He does this a lot of like female vendors, and then he now turns it out. He films, they don't know that he's filming, and he releases it after, thereby also embarrassing them. Of course, and we know how society is when it comes to stuff like this. Any little thing now is to be, oh, all these solo shows, blah 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 blah, and then you're ruining their business because anyone that recognizes them or whatever they sell, it's a problem. Or it now even becomes worse that men think that they can take advantage of them. Deliver this to me, and this is the deal, kind of thing. So can you imagine that was to also, in a way, just kind of like cover his tracks? Because if he ever got caught, there's evidence in quotes that he doesn't really do stuff like that. He's a good citizen that brings the girls, offers them more money, and advises them. And then the story could be he even protects them from other men. That's what. So when you now see the pattern, I think that this is very much something that he can do. Do you understand? So yeah, that's kind of I don't know if that was addressed or if Uncle Ben saw that.
Abby, I think we're on a different page. I was referring to the minister. The minister, not this guy.
Oh, we've moved on to see. I told you I don't know. I wasn't on this show.
Oh, okay. So I was referring to the minister's wife. I'm not talking about this guy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's very possible. I don't know why he's not here when he knows that I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm talking about this Odogu Malaysia. Odogu Asababi. What's his name? Whatever his silly nonsense name is. But anyway, does anybody else have anything to say?
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about also mention because obviously UB did ask question how women can protect themselves. I just thought to add as well, when you go out with somebody, be careful because people will spike your drink. You don't know, so don't leave your drink and go to the bathroom. Make sure you carry your drink. Do not tell the person, oh, buy me. Make sure you get your own drink yourself. That is something that I don't know has been at the back of my mind since I was young. When I would go out, I'll make sure I finish my drink. Then if I want to get another one, whether it's in a club, right, whatever you out eating, so everyone should be a source, period. So that's another thing as well for the youngies who are out dating. Please do not trust anybody. If they're not your dad or your brother, every other person, you should be suspicious of every single person until you get to know them well. Even if you do, unless you're then in a relationship, then obviously your guard, you manage that and go. Your intuition is very strong. Tell people, your friends. I used to do that, like I did mention that earlier. I tell my friends. Sometimes I used to even go, if I'm not comfortable, as I'm coming out with my friends. And I used to do that with one of my friends, and we'll go out. And then if I feel a little bit comfortable, maybe on a date, it has to be somewhere, in the, public, place where we can eat and drink. So I don't need to go to someone else's house. I'm not going to a hotel. I don't know you. Unless maybe you want to do something else. Carry your own money, carry your card. Yeah. So nobody will embarrass you. That's always been something that I've done. So I can get my Uber, my car, pay for it. If I have to pay for my meal, I pay for my meal. And and that's it. That's that's my 2 cents.
100% what CJ is saying, but it's so sad. I've heard of situations where there's bartenders and all that in on this stuff. And if you know anything about, people, I'm sure everyone here has probably been to a bar or something. It's very easy for you to miss what the bartender is doing with all of the mixing and the up and down, jumping up. They do a lot of things. The bartenders with the drink, and it's just so sad because that is even a thing where we literally I've heard of bartenders that are being paid to set girls up and all sorts of things, and it's just sad and unfortunate, right? On top of Sister Jade's recommendation, I would say also, if for whatever reason you leave your drink on a table and leave, you don't go back to that drink, you throw it out and start again. Another thing is to always put your hand on top of your drink, like covering the cup of your drink, which is why I always say, anyway, for me, the most ladylike way, anyway, I'm sure anyone that cares for etiquette and stuff would know that the best way, especially if you have lipstick on and stuff, is to always have a straw. It just saves you some, even like from a hygienic standpoint. So that way, there's only a gap between for your straw to sit in, especially if it's a full glass that a straw can sit in comfortably. There's only the gap for your straw, and your hand is on the rest of the glass, pretty much. Because we've also seen people pushing through a crowd, and also especially if you go clubbing where it can be very rowdy and packed. We've heard of people pushing through the crowd and all, and it's in that process that somebody puts something in your drink because can you really see? The average club is quite dark. It's quite dark. So your best bet is to put your hand over the top of the drink always, and then the only gap there is the gap where the straw is. So that's the other thing that I can add to that situation. Mama Five, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here, Abby. Hello, Abby. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Ma. Good evening.
Good evening. How was work today?
Good, thank you. Or long, but thank you.
Good. Yeah, obviously you've also you've added really good advice as well in terms of drinks and stuff like that. Well, for me, I don't go to clubs, and I think I've only ever been in a club once, and it was with matured Agbalagbas. So also it's so sad that these stories happened to this lady, and obviously our parents are now out here advocating for money, and yes, Nigerians are dragging them like their grandfather's generator. And also, I've just seen a video which I've shared in the backstage of somebody who have also explained exactly what transpired afterwards. So, in my own opinion, in all of this, again, as parents, like we should be the hunchback on our children in terms of like keeping them safe. In as much as Uncle Beno asked earlier on that who is responsible for like your personal safety, who is responsible? We are individually responsible for our own safety, but at the same time, as a parent who have a child who've gone through such a thing like that, you just don't sit down and fold your hands until that happens to that child. But in all that we've said so far, yes, we need to be very, very extra careful. Uncle Papi was saying earlier on that pepper spray in Nigeria is not allowed. I've just gone to go and ask ChatGPT there, so there's no right or wrong. In a way, you're not allowed, but if you are caught with one, you'll be questioned. And I would imagine if you've used it to protect yourself as you found yourself in danger, I would imagine you should be allowed to go. But then again, if they are not allowing pepper spray, how are they allowing taser and stuff like that? But all I would say is this: that make at home pepper spray. Me, I would say you should make one and put in your handbag, or buy methylated spirit, put it in a spray bottle and put in your handbag if at all you're going to go meet that person. And like I said before, I've made videos whereby I've said, if you're meeting a stranger for the first time, do it in an open place. Why would you want to meet in a private? But in this girl's situation, from a video that I've just watched now, apparently she paid for a one-to-one content creation, and this Odoguwere said he offers private one-to-one. So who knows? Maybe it's private one-to-ones. This is what he does to girls allegedly. But in my own opinion, I don't think this girl deserved what happened to her. She doesn't deserve the harm that came to her, and what she eventually did, she did not deserve it at all. And also, with every tip so far that we have shared, I just people should just take that on board. And yes, all men are dangerous, and men, I think Uncle Peno should start speaking to brotherhood about a video again that I saw today. Women, we are being raised to like close your leg, don't do this, don't do that. But who or what men are advising men as to when the woman say no, let her go, or when the woman say I don't want to do, even if it is just the tip that is there, and she say no, let her go. Why must you do it? Pa, 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 pa? And if the thing scratch you to that extent, pull a wall, like put a wall in your house and dig it inside. Simple. Because again, we shouldn't be in a society where women are having to be fearful of men. But men can go out and not be fearful for their lives. It's just so crazy. But again, as a girl mom and as a young lady, if you're dating, obviously as a parent, we cannot always know where you're going, because yes, our children are not always going to be truthful to us. I have once lived that life before. And with my children not do the same, they will, because it's just the way of growing up, right? Let's us just be careful, stay vigilant with your environment, and if your instinct tells you that where you're going, or you're having a doubt about where you're going, that something might happen to you, please go back home. Just go back home. That's just what I wanted to add there, Abby.
Okay, thank you so much, Mama Five. I want to say something about that is very common perception, which is a lot of people, one of the first things they say is, oh, couldn't you find a woman to do it? It happens a lot even with like PT. So PTs, that's personal trainers as well.
Mhm.
A lot of people advising women, oh, you should go to a female PT instead because of how men are. Chances are your PT is going to have to touch you, help you stretch, etc., etc. The problem that I have with feminism is that, unfortunately for us, a lot of women are not allies.
Yeah.
A lot of women, actually, if anything, are allies to men. A lot of women are pick-me's. A lot of women would choose men over women, even in situations that are clear that the women should be protected or the women should be supported. A lot of women would rather pander to men, even when the truth is clear. A lot of women have no empathy for women. So my point is that even while you think you're with a group of women, you may not be safe. You may
Yeah.
not be safe, right? Safe rather. You may not be safe. So we need to. It's not men. Yes, men are extremely dangerous, but women can be dangerous too. Because a lot of women, the reason why men continue like this and men are this bad is because women support them a lot more. Let's think about it, right? Women are often the ones that enable these men. So we need to be careful either way. It actually really, really hurts me to say this because I've always been of the opinion that asking stupid questions like what a woman was wearing, why a woman was there, why a woman did this is actually victim blaming. But there comes a time where when nothing is stopping, nothing is changing, as women, we have to protect ourselves and make smarter decisions. One of the ones Mom of Five already mentioned, things like going on a date, making sure it's a public place, etc. Things like, actually, why are you going to a hotel? If you're going to do one-on-one sessions, not a hotel room, if anything, hotel lobby, somewhere that is public to the hotel, if that is where because a lot of events take place in a hotel now, yoga classes, Pilates classes, a lot of hotels, use spaces for these things. So, okay, it's not the end of the world, but, things like that. If you're not familiar with an area, a place, maybe you should not be going because you wouldn't know who to call, you wouldn't know exits and stuff like that if it comes down to it. And like I said, it hurts my feelings that I have to now be here victim blaming, because it's exactly what it is, and asking for us to actually protect ourselves. But the reason why I'm here is because nothing is changing. And when nothing is changing, you change your approach. You can't continue trying the same thing and thinking that something is going to change, right? One of the nonsense that's going on social media right now is the girl that's with the Asaba guy. Pictures of her have been put out of what she was wearing or what she wears or what she has worn in some of her videos or content that she's put out. Halter neck tops, crop tops, and slightly revealing clothes. And the question now is that, with some of stuff that she wears, it shows that she's an Olosho, or it shows that she was not a virgin, or things like that, because that is what Nigerian men do. That's what they do. You can't even respect the fact that this person has gone. You think that these comments are very necessary. But my point is, this sometimes can be the perception as well. That is why the man had the audacity to reach out to the lady that I said was selling something, that his nonsense content, where he invites vendors to come to the hotel to deliver stuff by themselves or in person and all, because there's that I guess perception as well of the way you dress or the way you carry yourself or posting test traps and all of that. It means that you automatically will give into something like this, and you're easy in quotes, and it's sad, right? But it's also come to a time where there's certain places that unfortunately you should not be wearing certain things to. However, it's very important to note that a lot of women have been raped in the church. A lot of women wearing hijab have been raped, have been raped, right? So where do we even draw the line, even with this advice? I can tell someone, common sense tells me that even here in the UK, there's just certain places I cannot go to after 9 p.m. I'm not going to go down an alleyway after when it's dark. There's no way, there's no reason. In fact, alleyways scare me because I'm even scared of dogs. So I always wonder if anyone has their dogs off a leash and is a lonely alleyway, what will happen? So generally, we have to be very, very this advice is paining me. We have to be very, very cautious, right? If you can't get home, even here in the UK, it's the same thing. You can't get home after a certain time. Can you get home via taxi, or you're going to have to walk through lonely paths and things like that? It's just really, really annoying because, again, all of this advice doesn't even always stand, because there are women who are, in quotes, decent, modest, that are in these situations too. I mean, heck, people get raped by their cousins, their uncles, and all sorts in the comfort of their own home. So where do we even go from here? My advice is even not even necessary.
Abby, can I say something?
Yes, it's Jay.
I've just seen this afternoon a guy, a father arrested in Anambra for raping her 14-year-old. So like you just said, no one's safe. I'm laughing because I'm really upset because a 14-year-old daughter. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what we're saying, where we say all men are dangerous.
So I'm sorry, Uncle Ben, can you see why my advice is not working? I'm trying to advise, it's not even working. Because actually, what outfit would a baby be wearing that would be enticing?
Madness. It's madness.
Is it Pampers?
Okay.
I don't understand.
All right. Let's take this conversation up a notch, my people. Thank you, everybody who has contributed. God bless you.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
It's Recap Central. I be in the building, giving us the juice and the gist. Bring the gen vibes on the rock.
Uncle Ben, are you muted?
Oh, sorry. Nana, I see say I didn't muted. Now, because of that, your introduction, you are always shutting me down everywhere. I play your introduction, you took out my mic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, everybody. Thank you, all the people who have helped us contribute to this topic today. It's not like our regular show, but I think we have to ensure that we keep talking so more Nigerian men can really open their eyes. A lot of them claim to be exposed, but they are not actually exposed. Many of them are still dumb as hell. I'm sorry, not all of them. But you see those baba eggs, those people in their WhatsApp group, they are still terrible. So talking about women protecting yourself, I know we were talking about pepper spray earlier. Well, I do my own research and I can tell you here in America, pepper spray is legal. Pepper spray is legal. However, some states might have maybe 1 or 2 restrictions regarding the size of the pepper spray you can carry and circumstances or situation where you have to deploy it. But in America, pepper spray is legal. Also in Nigeria, I quickly do a search with Bruno, and this is what Bruno showed me, that in Nigeria The legal status of pepper spray in Nigeria is a regulatory gray area. There are so many regulatory gray areas in Nigeria. The laws are never straightforward anyway. So while there is no explicit federal law banning pepper spray, the Nigerian police force often classifies it as an offensive weapon, meaning carrying it in public or using it could lead to your arrest or detention. Though citizens have a constitutional right to defend, to self-defense, police officials have historically maintained that civilians going armed with pepper spray in public spaces commit an offense. Many human rights lawyers argue that mere possession for self-defense is not a crime, but the interpretation largely depends on police discretion at the time of an encounter. Now, before I even say more, let me also add this to the conversation. If you are maybe wondering, oh, what kind of pepper spray can I buy? How do I do it? If you look at the screen right now, you're going to see several beautiful, well-designed lipstick look-alike pepper spray. Put them in your bag. Just know that you cannot have issue with someone while you are fighting and then you brought pepper spray out and you spray the person. You go to jail. That is when you use it as a weapon. But if you find yourself in an enclosed space with a man trying to grape you, pulling you, everything, pushing you, if you can unload the entire pepper spray inside the person's eye, unload it. Now judge. Now I go judge the matter at the end of the case, because let me tell you, me, I don't believe in all of this BS. Now, person where in Peking die, or in simply die in the hands of a rapist, now you go feel the pain. And you, where you lose your life, now you lost. So sisters, wake the heck up. I know Nigerian law sometimes follow UK. I'm sorry to all our UK people. In the UK, they have a oppression mentality. I'm sorry. Many of their law is what they also embrace in Nigeria. The law sometimes bring confusion. It heads nowhere. We see the application in Nigeria. Nigerian constitutional law, everything. We like to copy. We inherited most of those things from the UK. And UK is a peaceful environment compared to Nigeria. UK is an organized environment compared to Nigeria. In the UK, almost everybody knows the law. The children from school, they taught them these laws. Here in America, now from your picking self, I think from 3-4 years old, they're already teaching them how to call 911. They are teaching them their right. In Nigeria, nobody is teaching you all those things. So if you are a lady, if you are my sister, this is what I will tell you. Defend yourself. If you allow these crazy, dangerous men moving around in Nigeria, if you let them strangle you or take you do ritual, you just die like that, you die for nothing. You see the one where die mysteriously in the compound of a minister now. The father is out saying, I don't want autopsy. I don't want autopsy. No, just give me my baby. I don't want you to die. I don't want you to lose your life. To one mad animal that's supposed to be in jail, protect yourself. Anyhow, you can protect yourself. Go ahead and protect yourself. In as much you are in a close space with a man, and the man is rough-handing you, it's called self-defense. They don't even teach us self-defense in Nigeria. I'm sorry. Maybe those who go to Bota school, maybe they teach them self-defense. But where we go back to school, nobody taught us self-defense. Now, when we grow up in it, now we have to say there is something called self-defense. That's why I love America. As I dem my compound here now, if you enter my compound, I tell you, leave, you not leave, leave, you not leave. If I hammer you, you buy, just like that, it's self-defense. So please, sisters, arm yourself. Just know the reason you have some of this thing is because when somebody try to grape you or they're assaulting you, or don't you see how many videos have we seen now of men assaulting Nigerian women publicly, punching them? Really? It's happening everywhere. I saw there is one they shared on our blog. One guy, one athlete in the elevator. He punched his girlfriend's face 61 freaking times. 61 times. He literally destroyed the guy's face. So please defend yourself. So that's just what I wanted to quickly highlight about this pepper spray or no pepper spray. A person will go, na in lose. You know, in Nigeria, we take religion, cover so many things. They go, don't tell you now for church, where they go, hey, no worry, God will judge them. You know, as you are protected by Christ. The people where they preach for you say you are protected. They get the higher security where they follow their own children. So be wise. It's your life. You have to achieve the purpose for which God puts you in this life. Don't let any madman to dim your light. Don't let them just cut you off. Protect yourself. I teach my daughter all this in all the time. And for those who might see this show tomorrow and say, this Ben a madman, let me tell you, you see this thing you are seeing at the bottom of the screen, so that all men are dangerous. That is what I teach my own girls every time. I always tell them, all men have, any man at all you see, they have the potential to be dangerous to you as a girl. So I always tell them, until you know this person real well, you see the person, the way they behave and everything, and this person has not been making all this crazy move, then you may begin to be comfortable little by little around them. But don't trust no freaky person. I don't do that. I'm sorry. If you say, Ben, your style is too bad, well, forgive me. Now, the way me as a bit now, I have to protect my own child. So, teach your girls, all men are dangerous. The only difference is some of them, many of them, the way they conduct themselves, you can tell that, oh, I think I'm safe around this person. But if you are meeting a man for the fourth time, you are going to his house, and you just believe that because you know him, how many months? 3 months? 6 months? How many times are you around him? Just a couple of times. Most of the time you guys are talking on phone, you are texting, you are chatting, because that is what a lot of girls are doing now. Once they are comfortable chatting, texting with a guy, the guy gets sweet, man. They just believe that, oh, he's my acquaintance, dad, mom, hey, he's not dangerous. You know, me and Mike, I don't know. There's just so many things that is wrong. So when you let them know that unless you know this person deeply, don't relax and drop all your guards and think that you are safe around them. You don't know the plan they have. Many of these MF where you see, they can toast. Some of them, when you get, you know, there is one thing is for you to toast a woman. Another thing is for you to know how to actually get her to accept you, that she want to go to bed with you. Many of these were the guys where they see, they don't know how to put that emotion. Now only toasting the sabi. That's why once you are getting to that point where you know your relationship has gone to a point whereby they now want you to take it to the next level so that you can have intimacy, and you are still, you know, still taking your time. Some of them started getting irritated. That is where some of them, this ghosting and all of those things coming. Many of these guys where you see, they are not confident enough to realize that, oh, toasting her to the point she accepted me is one part of the job. The next job now is making her comfortable around me. Making her see that I have good intention. Well enough for her to actually consent to Kerewa. It's another work that many of them don't know. All they know is that we are talking now, we're chatting now, we went out here, you come to my house, you are here now. So far you are inside my house. I believe we're already cool. That's why many of them, it be making an over say, and they talk, the thing is just irritating. So that pepper spray thing, me, I no agree. Whether they ban or they no ban them, my own be say, put them for your bag. Go buy the one where they design, put it in your bag. God forbid, but especially if you are going to meet a guy and you know that this guy where they go meet, I don't intend to do this shit with him. Just in case he want to move mad, let me put this my lipstick pepper spray for my bag. And you reach there, you don't begin to touch. You don't say, hey, stop. You then they go, come on, I don't. The next thing, draw your back closer. Because before you know, shit, man. Well, that is that. all men are dangerous. Abby, I just want to have your monologue on this one first. My reason for saying all men are dangerous is because if you remove your papa and maybe your brother, any man you met outside that see you are adorable, you are beautiful, you are that, you don't really know their true intention. The one way you can be saved is for you to just have it at the back of your mind that this man may have ulterior motive. So when you have that belief that all men are dangerous, so they are saying this, then that can actually wake you up. The moment you notice some of his moves, you're not just going to fall for that trap of, well, let me just give me a chance. Maybe he was just making an attempt. Remember, as a girl, when people grape you, the shame of coming out, first of all, is high. Two, if you finally come out, these same MF are still the one that they will underline every word you said. Whether you use video or you type it, they'll begin underlining. Okay, why did she go at this time? Okay, she said, this young lady now, the favorite thing, after some of her posts and things came out, I saw some people actually blaming her online, say, hey, it's like she's a runs girl. Don't you see? She said she could have go to that man in Abuja. That man will give her 50K. And I'm like, geez, you mad people, you still don't get it. That something happened to this girl to make this guy resort to the point that I just don't want to continue living again. And you think your argument matters. So please, girls, I pray this will not be your portion. It will not happen to you in Jesus' name. Okay? Any man is toasting you. He's spending money on you. Let me even tell you now. Predators use money a lot. Many of them in Nigeria, those are one of the TRB usually, and many of our sisters, they talk and hear well. Many men in Nigeria now, money is their way of pressurizing you into Kerewa. Once a man is spending on you, that should be a warning sign for you too, that this man is not spending this money because he loves me. I don't know where some ladies are getting that stupid idea from. Somebody is buying you this, buying you that. Hey, how do they talk? Press money for me. I'm waiting with that stupid slang for Nigeria now. Hey, press money now. Somebody is pressing money for you and you think he loves you that much. Now they press money, you're going to pay. So once they start spending on you, just tell yourself, say, if I end up in a close space with this guy, all this money when they spend, ain't go on collect, and that is why they are moving mad. Abby, over to you if you want to elaborate on this one.
Oh my God. Every time that I speak on this matter, in fact, I get accused of being overly sensitive and over the top and all of that stuff. And it's because it is actually something that is, I don't know. I feel like we're not angry enough. For every time that we see feminists, whether or not we want to call, for the sake of this show, I'm going to call them feminists. We know that some of them are misandrist and go overboard. But for every time we see feminists very angry about these matters and we shame them, we avoid them, then you don't understand how serious this is. We're speaking about this one, but in the last couple of days, I've seen at least 5 or 6 situations. There's the one that was just left by, I don't even want to talk about that, but yeah, there's been so many situations, but only a few can be spoken about at a time, because how much of this stuff can we actually really consume and speak about, right? So every time that men want to push back, I just feel like whenever we speak, and I say this all the time, and your own focus is to remind people or correct vocabulary and say, oh, it's not all men, it's some men. It's not all men, it's not all men, but it is always a man. It is always a man.
Have you not made me laugh, I beg?
No, Uncle Ben, it's ridiculous at this point. It's not all men, but it's always a man. So maybe your priorities should be different. Maybe you should be so bothered why women are constantly talking about some crime, some nonsense that men have perpetrated against them. And your focus should not be correcting women's terminology and saying, it's not all men, it's not all men. What's that going to do for you? And then for the women The women that talk about stuff like, oh, I have sons, I have brothers, and so what? Who's talking about your son? Who's talking about your brother? Who's talking about your father? Listen to women, empathize. If you cannot understand, keep short. That's the one that, because this is what we're talking about, how you're the ones giving men soft landing. Men will say not all men. Okay, yes, fair enough. We know. But I mean, I thought that was obvious. Duh. Why are we stating the obvious? You're the one that wants to educate somebody and correct terminology, but you're the one that is also missing out on the obvious. When somebody is talking, of course, it's not all men because they haven't seen all men. They haven't met all men. They haven't encountered all men. So, of course, it is not all men. But you now want to insert yourself and say, because I have sons and I have something, I have to be honest here. Nobody needs your honesty. Because quite frankly, let's actually keep it a buck. If you have to defend your son before he has not done anything, you should ask yourself what you are doing. You should be confident that your son will never do nonsense like this. How about that?
Yeah.
Why are you preempting it and defending your son on top matter that does not concern you and your family members? You should, if you're going to call your son or your husband in any of these conversations, you should say with confidence of the work that you have done to ensure they are not in these sort of situations. He said here all the time. Every time I see new updates about any sort of bloodlines where consent is concerned, I tell all the men that are in my life, they said that if you do this now, that you could be in trouble for this. That is your job as a woman. The least you can do is inform the men around you, the men that you know. If you have a platform and you speak of these sort of things, talk about it on your platform, because sometimes there's bloodlines and then there's outright nonsense like what we're speaking about. So please, yes, it's not all men, we know, but it's like saying, Uncle Ben, is like maybe somebody has, let's give an example. Let's say you tell somebody, don't do this, and then they do it, and your first reaction to them is, I told you not to do it, I told you not to go there. There's time for everything. When you're not a devil, I'm trying not to use words that are too harsh. When you're not a devil, if somebody is going through something, even if you warn them before, offer them advice, it's not the right time to say, I told you. Is it the right time? Now, later on, you can say, oh, we're talking about this, blah, 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 for the point of lessons. It's the same thing when women are complaining and crying, and you say, it's not all men. Please tell me how your statement is important when people are speaking from a place of pain. Explain to me. I'm done, Uncle Ben.
Thank you, Abby. We still have our panelists in the studio. Mom of Five, Uncle Dio, Uncle Patrick, and of course, Sister J. So, Mom of Five, all men are dangerous.
They are. All men are dangerous. I agree because everything now they will say not all men, but again, just like Abby said, not all men, but the things that we are talking about now, who they behind, who they forefront, who are the forefront? Men. That was what I said earlier on, that what, but no, this is your brotherhood. You need to start a podcast for your brotherhood. What they should do and what they should and they should not do. And you wonder how some Nigerian men will come down abroad and you hear you say they follow woman go club or they meet woman for Harley because the woman was half drunk. They decided to pashasha on top of the woman and then they get arrested, and then you now see fellow Nigerian men saying, oh, I don't believe he committed the crime. Like, all these things are happening in Nigeria because there's nobody holding them accountable for it. And they will don't come abroad, they go and do nonsense, they jail them, and you not see their men of themselves like that. See, this thing that is happening here, if you as a man, if you don't see anything wrong with what that Omoali has done, then you are an alleged rapist in disguise. Go on Facebook, Uncle Ben. No, there's a lot of men. Oh, she placed a price tag on her JJJ. And I'm like, seriously? Yes, in my own opinion, all men, they are dangerous. And like I said, as a woman, except you want to die for free, carry something. If any one of them misbehave, if Nakinife you sabi use, carry them, slice that place, come out. Next time, go try them again. That's my own UB.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, my sister, Mom of Five. Uncle Dio.
Yes, Uncle Beno.
Uncle Dio, I don't want to say jungle. I wanted to say you live in the jungle with them. No,
Yes,
sir.
so that is the narrative.
You know, Uncle Dayo, one of the things that pissed me off about Nigeria so many times is the lack of consequences for actions. We that you see here in this abroad, the reason many Nigerians are excelling in abroad is not because they don't have the tendencies to be wayward or behave like the way they are in Nigeria. It's because everyone is aware of the consequences of their behavior and actions. Everybody know. Everybody know. So in Nigeria, people know you can get away with this nonsense. But Uncle Dayo, what is your thought about all men are dangerous, sir?
Now, the thing is that I think I've mentioned it earlier on, but I'm going to reiterate it. All men are dangerous because the Bible say, "Awofele bonu kojakari kuwashebi." That is, light skin that covers the stomach cannot allow you to see the stomach of a bad person. That is, cannot allow you to see the heart of a bad person. You can never know what somebody can do to you just by looking at the face, or that person does it. So that's why you have to be careful. Be careful of your association. Be careful of your immediate environment, and be careful of the people that you move around with mostly. Because we have seen places whereby friends, cordial friends, childhood friends, end up poisoning one another. You were both together drinking, and maybe you get up to go and eat yourself or something. Before you come back, they've already put something in your drink. You have seen places whereby, when it comes to all these vices, your number one safe spot is to be safety conscious for yourself. Be very, very safety conscious. Because what is happening out there now, it is something that any reasonable man will feel so terrible about. And then when we are feeling this pain, it's not the time to come and try to defend or try to come and maybe push back as per men or no men. And I also like something that Abby said, because if somebody that is talking about, somebody that is talking about all these things, also, she has people in her life, in her family, that she knows that, yes, I can trust them, but that's not where we're going. But there's something that MOP said on the platform, and I want to respond to that. MOP said that when we say all men are dangerous, then who are the men that will protect this woman? That's a big question. Because the thing is that we can say women should protect themselves, but at the same time, they still need to be protected. What is protecting people in the diaspora are the laws that have been put in place, that have been implemented. An average criminal knows that if he does this thing, he stands a chance of being arrested. And if he's arrested, he will be made to face the consequences of the law. Contrary to an average criminal in Nigeria that believes that if you commit this crime, he is most likely to get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the mindset of two criminals in two different environments. The first one knows that, hey, if I should do this thing, there is a very, very high chance that I will be caught and I'll be made to face the law. And the second one believes that if I should do this thing, if I'm careful enough, I may not even be caught at all. I can still continue to live my life. So that is why it's a case of two divide, whereby one is half empty and one says it is half full. A criminal in Nigeria always think about getting away with it. That's why they will do it so well in such a way that if they can even bury all the evidences. But over there, police will investigate, do thorough investigation. Now, Uncle Beno, can I just tell you this? Do you know that in diaspora, at least, I've read about it, I've seen it, I've watched it, I follow it online, then I've even seen it in some movies.
Mm-hmm.
When a crime occurs, and somebody call 911, Abi 11, Abi what's emergency call there? And somebody calls 911. The person automatically, by the time the police comes, they find out information for the guy. The person can be exonerated because it's not around. I mean, it's not immediately they can know whether it's complicit in a crime or no. But in Nigeria, the reason why people don't call police for any crime is because if you call Nigeria police, a crime is going on here now, or this is happening, or maybe somebody just spy somebody here now. When police will come, you are the one that they file for arrest. They will arrest you, delay you, and if care is not taken, they will put the crime on top of you. That's where these are some of the reasons why a lot of crime got away without any punishment. People will be like, if I should talk, or if I say what I know about this crime, they may end up putting me in trouble with it. In my estate here, something happened that was so pathetic. Our vigilante in the night, they caught three guys around 1:30 a.m. in the morning. And they were coming. They had a bag full of brand new phones, about 20 to 30 pieces of brand new phones in the bag. And they were going, and the vigilante people stopped them. Where are you coming from this time of the night? To cut down story short, they got to search them. They realized that they had brand new phones in the bag. And one of them said that if the owner of the phone, that somebody used it to pay for his bike, that, the person bought a bike from him, but he could not pay, so he used it to pay. Okay, where is the person? Take us to the person. He could not. Can you call the person? He could not. They now decided to hand them over to the police. When the police people came, they took them all away. They were not like, okay, they will need somebody from the vigilante people to come and, because they took them away, they arrested them and took them to the decision that they need somebody from the community to go and represent the community to go and explain and everything. Uncle Ben, one of the guy that stands by that witnessed everything, that went with the police on behalf of the community. That guy was locked up, and they ended up freeing those three criminals, gave them their phone, and they lock up that guy. That's how porous Nigerian situation is. So many times when you see things not really working, it's not because the people are that terrible or that bad, but there is no security for whatever thing you want to do in Nigeria. If you want to do something right in Nigeria, you'll be seen as a criminal. But over there, if you make a shout out, if you call anybody, if you call the police over any matter, they will do that proper investigation. I'm sorry, it's not so yet in my country. It's not yet so. So it's so sad, Okubeno. So when things like this is happening around us and we are looking at it, innocent people crying, things happening, crazy things going on. Do you know, Uncle Ben, there was only a case that was on social media some time ago that a girl was raped in an hotel. And when they went to report at the police station, they were asking her, what were you doing in the hotel with the guy? What type of clothes did you wear? You see your boyfriend? Yes. Has he been spending money on you? Yes. So he invited you to the hotel? Yes. So why did you go there?
Sure, now they hear
Uncle Ben. It is just so ridiculous. At the end of the day, I was telling Sister Jane earlier on that in a country whereby by default they put blame on the victim of rape. By default, the woman is guilty of rape. Without even investigating, the mindset of an average enforcement here is woman, that victim is guilty.
Yeah.
That's why I said women should learn to protect themselves. Don't put yourself in a compromising situation. Don't See, even as a man, as old as I am, Uncle Ben, there are some places that I don't go to, and everybody in my house knows me. 10 o'clock, I don't go anywhere. Once I'm in, I'm in. Not because I'm afraid. I'm a street boy. For crying out loud, I'm a professional DJ for 13 years. I sleep on the street. I walk on the street. I can go anywhere. No fear. Until now, the grace of God is still upon my life. But I still protect myself. I know where to go and I know where not to go. And I know how to make my moves. Because the country is dangerous. Anything can happen. God forbid, how much more a woman? We need to talk to our women to please. Don't say because men are moving mad, then they should be blamed. Yes, men should be blamed. But we have some women too that also enables these men. I don't want a situation whereby tomorrow now we go wake up again and then we'll be hearing that another baby has been raped or maybe pied.
As we speak right now, Uncle Dayo, in that year, Nigeria, some lady are going through it as we speak now.
Yeah.
Like I said when I started this show, if we can count 20 incidents in the past 3 months, we've seen how many women when they don't beat tire. Countless videos, grape, assault, this and that. If we count 20, multiply it by 1,000 in the past 3 months. Because in Nigeria,
you're correct.
Only those who
they don't
are
report
bold,
case.
they are the ones that we report and put it out. So as we speak, some women are going through it right now.
Yeah.
Just see. Thank you, Uncle Dayo.
Thank you, sir.
It's crazy. Sister J, okay, Uncle Patrick, they here now. Okay, I see Uncle Patrick. Uncle Patrick, you want to add anything to this one? I think Uncle Patrick is busy now. Sister J, I see you're back. You want to add something, ma'am?
Yeah, just on a final note, I think I've put it on the text already. We need to start from home. I think we need to, with our boys, educating them, explaining, making them understand when someone says no means no.
Yeah.
I think that is very important. Yeah. Somebody can be saying yes and then they change their mind, not because they initially said yes. Yeah. If they initially said yes and in the middle of it and they say no, immediately they say no. I know it's hard. Just come out and leave. That's it. We need to be very, very, very explicit with our boys, especially we in the diaspora, hanging around with our Caucasian counterpart. We need to be very clear with our boys. Tell them or anyone you're in a relationship with, whoever, no means no. That's all I just want to say. Yeah.
Thank you.
Also,
Thank you very
can
much.
I add something to what sister?
Yes,
said?
Mama. Go ahead, Mama.
Unfortunately, this thing is so. I have to be very honest and be realistic. In this situation, it's probably not going to end anytime soon. And the reason is because this thing is very deep rooted. We also live in a society where, for the most part, women are not as valued, right? So if men grow up, if what men hear is that they are better than women, it means that they can treat women however they want. We're even talking about all the way, like Uncle Ben said in his monologue on his first show today, where he spoke about any man that can be verbally, a certain level of verbally abusive towards women or snap unnecessarily is actually possibly what's the word, Uncle Ben, that you use, can do something like this to a woman, pretty much.
It's a potential rapist.
Exactly, potential, exactly. And my thing is, we have a society that does not value women or even tell men from all, even if it's not like literal, just from little things like we talk about, hence the point of feminism, right? Whether it's the salaries or some spaces where men are more appreciated and all. We live in a society that tells women that they are not as valuable and tells men in so many ways that they are more valuable. So can you see how that can also get in the head of men in a way and cause them to think that, well, these people are not, valuable, so I can treat them anyhow that I want to, and who cares, right? And in another breath, you now have other men that support them. And even all this olosho culture is a problem. It's a problem. I think we need to start minding our business with how, whether someone is a private chef or not, mind your business now. How is that affecting you? No, it's a problem because that's why you see any little thing when things like this happen. There's a lot of men that come back and say stuff like, "Oh, if you be olosho anyway, so what's the big deal?" Even olosho has a right to say no. And olosho, the best part about olosho is that they are allowed to choose their clients. It's not by force. They can actually look at you and say they don't want to. It's not you they want. It's another man that they want. Because they also have a choice, right? Because it's their bodies. So when people have that mentality that even oloshos can, that time during Selena Nafiba's time, was that not most of the arguments? Most of the argument that year was along the lines of, if she was not olosho, why would she go to the person's house? Blah, 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 blah. So please, even olosho culture is actually a problem, in my opinion. It's becoming a problem because now a lot of men just think that every woman on social media is an olosho. So olosho, since they use their body for this stuff, they deserve for it to be used even without their consent. So that's what I have to say, Uncle Ben.
Thank you, Abby. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Sister Atobian Tribe. I say a lot of men see women as below them. That is accurate when it comes to Nigeria tea. Sister J say, who is she sleeping with? Another olosho too.
Period.
Mr. J, I don't want to laugh, I beg. All right. I want to wrap this up with the bleeding ritual. I know no one probably see that coming, but let's talk about it briefly.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
It's Recap Central. I be in the building, giving us the juice and the gist. Bring the gen vibes on the rock.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for participating on today's show. God bless you. I want to talk about two things before we leave. I'm still going to address this one, who is responsible for personal safety. But before then, I want to talk about the bleeding rituals, TBR. And if you look up at the screen now, you will still see the picture of the Minister of Work there, David Umahi, and you see the picture of the so-called Asaba blogger, whatever they call that, MF. This bleeding ritual that I'm talking about now is not like unique to the cases involving these people. But since last year, I think, if my memory serves me right, excluding the two cases of this Habila and Favor, there are 4 other cases I've heard of when women will be complaining about after they meet with a guy or a man, they start experiencing bleeding, excessive bleeding. Some will say the administration did not stop and things like that. So when I now think about the 2 cases of these 2 young ladies, Habila and Favor, I think, Abby, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think Favor, I did not have the patience to listen to the full clip because the fact that I was watching her and she's gone, I just can't stand it. But I think I read somewhere that she said she was having bleeding issues after this guy forced himself on her.
Yeah.
I think I heard something like that, and that was why she contacted him that she need treatment. She need to go and treat herself and things like that. I think I heard something like that. Also, in the case of, thank you. In the case of Habila, I had this one, I hear it directly from the minister's mouth. The minister also alluded to the fact that Habila was sick. She was complaining of blood issues, that she was bleeding. I don't know if anybody have listened to Minister Umahi. The video is just about 3 minutes. I can play it for you to hear it again. He said the guy was bleeding. That even the very day the guy passed, that she was on the phone with her boyfriend, and that her boyfriend was even saying they should stop talking, that the more she's talking, the more bleeding she's going to be bleeding. Well, you can add 1 + 2. Ladies, I will just say this as part of you protecting yourself. It is not okay that outside your monthly circles, you had intercourse with a guy and then you are bleeding. It is not okay. There are too many desperados in Nigeria. Juju ritual is a big deal in Nigeria among many of these so-called affluent men, rich men, influencer, whatever you call them. You know, everything in Nigeria get plus. You have pastor, you still have pastor plus. You have Yahoo plus. Politician plus. And that plus now juju, in case you don't know. It's not easy. No, okay, Sisi, I see you. I got you, Sisi. That is one fantastic explanation there, Sisi, about why that is happening. But the reason I'm adding it to this conversation is because it's gradually becoming frequent that ladies, as part of their symptoms they experience before they pass, they'll say they are bleeding. Please, if we as family members, friends, or acquaintance, if any of your person, especially girls, confide in you that she's seeing blood, ask her, who were you with last? Ask her, is there anything strange? Do you notice anything that is out of the ordinary? How long have you known this person? Do you know what this person do for a living? Can you put your fingers on his source of wealth? If it's looking suspicious, you guys should, in fact, spring into action immediately. Maybe you can save lives. Those ladies that are frolicking with politicians in Nigeria, I usually laugh when I see them. They play kalu with your life. You are gambling with your life. Yeah, politicians get money, party they go, we they ball. Politicians also do juju to protect themselves in Nigeria. And remember, you are not their children. No. The only people that meant anything to Nigerian politicians at all is their children. No. I'm sorry, and I'm not excluding any one of them because all of them now same they be. The only people Nigerian politicians sees as human beings is their children. No. These folks can go to any length. So if you have anything to do with Nigerian politicians, be careful. Then get juju. I don't mention name, but just be careful. That is why I just say, let me emphasize the bleeding rituals. This same way a content creator now that gives a girl 10,000 naira after the girl complained of the same issue, say she did see red. Get away, you force yourself on, wait till you saying be virgin. You sent her 10,000 naira. To do what? Is it for Eba? Is it for Gary? Nigerian hospital. The last time I checked, I think recently when I have something to do with Nigerian hospital, I think they have this thing they call registration. It's like when people go to that, they will start with registration. That shit is like 10K. So a girl that is dealing with hemorrhage, you won't send her go hospital with 10K. So now I don't know if you catch what I'm saying here, Abby. I'm just trying to warn our ladies that you should take your personal protection seriously. There are too many evil people in Nigeria. Look at this MF now. This Asaba blogger or Asaba, whatever they called it. These dudes took a whole life. You can see the girl parents in this video. They don't look rich. You can see them there. We thought the Wala where they don't do everything to raise that girl. Beautiful, young 20 years old girl. This way took the life just like that. Although I don't want to apportion blame. The family too, them too, their own, they them body. Your daughter come to you and complain, this thing happened. You fold your arm just because you are mad at her that she travels to Asaba without informing you. Because Nigerian parents are equally guilty of this nonsense. I'm sorry. Nigerian parents do not understand that the protection of their children comes first before discipline. Many Nigerian parents don't know that. Just because your daughter no inform you, say she dey comot, he can't comot, something can happen to her. If that daughter come back, I can bet $1 on this one. 70% of Nigerian parents, just because the pikin no inform them, he ignore them, he go wherever he go. If that pikin come back, he get issue. They not go first of all think of how do we protect our child against this person first. No, they will first of all discipline the girl on top self. But now, imagine, maybe if the girl, papa and mama, if they have spring into action, if they have said, yeah, who do this? Let's go. Maybe that would have gave the girl hope to stay alive. There are so many circumstances surrounding why that girl died herself. Imagine you dey house, you dey sick, money no day. Your mama self not even come ask you if you are okay, just because you went out without informing her. Your papa too is mad at you. Stupid girl. You dey waka waka. The girl felt isolated, lonely. Nobody give an F. That's why she just felt like, this man, you did this to me. You did this to me. Now I'm even, nobody even care about me inside my own family. What am I even living for? What am I living for? Do you know the thought that comes into a lady's mind? If they are, I will not know now, ladies, make I not even go there. Ask a woman where they see blood. Just ask her the kind of thought where they have brain. Now imagine 20 years old. Person will never do this thing before. The first time when go do and this way they force her and do. Now the guy don't even know how to explain what they come out of her body. Papa the verse, mama the verse. Now he make that guy make that last video say, you know what? Even though I'm leaving, the whole world must know how I end up here. So I'm saying all of this for us to know that protection of girls is paramount. Yeah, I know some people will argue boys need to be protected too. Yes, boys need to, but let me tell you, when boys get to certain age, they are quicker to protect themselves than girls. And I think I mentioned something there on our platform one time, that one of the things I noticed about many of our young black children nowadays, they can't sense danger. They are so into vibes. I don't know the terminology whether they use. You know all this, you know all this excitement is happening. We are going to the party. I don't know the terminology whether they use these days. Remember, I have a young guy too. I see it all the time. Many times they can't sense danger. They just sense, where I don't know. Where am I going to take the next video just to show my people I'm living life? So they don't know when they walk into danger. So that's just my thing. This bleeding ritual is a thing. When people around you say, they see blood, please just remember what we are talking about now. Say, this coconut head guy talk about this, take action real quick. Please do. They lost that young lady now. From the look of things, it seems that lady is a very sharp one. She the favor. Probably she might even be the first to blow in their family self. But now she's gone. And then look at the madman begging. I did not listen to the audio of this particular video. I didn't listen. You know why I didn't listen, Abby? I don't see what I don't want to hear what the way is talking. I don't want. I went to his page. You know, I told you to be afraid of people that always put camera to their face. And they talk and hear. Sometimes it go be like, say, you are reading too much to this, See, when people are natural and they have nothing to hide, you will be seeing things around them once in a while. But you see all these people that are creating content, that camera is always on their face like this, on their face. I don't know. So for me, I just feel like, dude, you are hiding some shit. See him, this is his page. He has done plenty videos. And guess where I'm scrolling this from? TikTok. Now this same TikTok, now you go to see these mad people. That's why I say I never know why I'm not used to this TikTok to real long. As I like social media, I read. Once I go to the TikTok, by the time I even say I want to do live on TikTok, 20 minutes into it, I don't tire yourself. I could just say, you know what, let me just get out. See him. Do plenty video. Now, somebody who did this much video that people are watching all the time, why won't they believe him that this guy might probably is a nice person? And I hear say is he not 44 years old or something they called him? He's 44 and they say he had twins too. But it is what it is. Please, let us protect our girls. Let us protect our women in Nigeria. Fellow brothers, don't let content like this annoy you. It's time we speak up. Enough is enough. These innocent girls, they are losing their life massively, and these criminals are getting away with it. You can see many of your so-called politicians now doing the same crap. Sister J mentioned something earlier. I think I was downstairs when I heard her talk about some of these governors' wife, the way they move. Those governors' wives too, they are more dangerous than their husband. In case you don't know, just go and listen to them talk. You think they are ordinary women? Many of these politicians, their wives are even the demons. I'm sorry. Because many of them are bitter. Don't you see the politicians? You know they see their belly? How many care what they won't do? No, I don't understand. And you think say the wife, they don't know, say all these big belly politicians that they camp women every time. Hotel for Abuja or something. And so you think say those women, they go just fold their hand, make one Instagram body, come collect their husband. Those women are wicked. Many of them. Just go and see. Many of them are terrible women. Just check now. Don't you see how many of these your so-called governor's wife, how they move these days? Their own convoy, now like times 2 of their husband convoy. Their bodyguard, the way they carry themselves, go, you will think say now then go 9 they let enter office. Now that type of woman, now one lady go come they hang around her man. I know Sister J was talking earlier about this thing about people walking, travel nurse and things like that. Let's be frank, Nigeria is not America. Nigeria is not a place a lady should sign up for a job that warrant you traveling up and down with a married man, a politician for that matter. Their wives are wicked than them. Remember, their wives know how they won election. Their wives know how they got political appointment. Their wives have always been there. If a girl is messing with these politicians, the wife can make the girl disappear. Nothing will happen. The husband, in fact, the moment it happened, the husband will be the first to run straight to call camera, call press conference, addressing people. I'm telling you, it's Nigeria. Those women are more wicked than their husband. Go mess with them at your own peril. It is what it is. I just wanted to highlight all of these things. The life of many girls and women in Nigeria is not safe. So please, my people, my sisters, brothers, let us figure how they can protect themselves. And finally, yes, ma'am.
Please, I need to bring balance to what you're talking about because
go ahead, please.
When with Nigerians and spirituality, and yes, we believe that spiritual things exist, but sometimes you just need to actually go to the hospital. Let's not go and go to pastor and native doctor because of what did you call it? No, it's true. We need to. That's why I want to bring the balance, because sometimes when there's that much trauma due to the force that is used in grave situations, right? There could be cuts and tears around the vagina, the vulva, those sort of surrounding tissues, right? And it could be extreme for some people. And it could be slight spotting, and it could be moderate bleeding. It could also be quite heavy, depending on how much trauma was caused in that situation. Now, in this particular girl situation, they claim that she was a virgin. Obviously, we cannot confirm because, but that's the claim. So you can imagine that situation is even worse trauma for someone that has not done it before, right? So I just wanted to add that while what the spiritual aspect of things, what Uncle Ben is talking about it could be a thing, this is also a thing. So you're going to have to start, don't go and say you're going to native doctor or pastor because maybe they've used it for rituals, when actually your problem is very, very much a medical situation, right? So you should actually be seeking medical care in that situation, because again, like I said, it could actually just really be really, really bad trauma to those parts of the woman's body. So that's what I wanted to mention.
Thank you, Abby. In fact, thank you for bringing that context into it. I was just saying it so that people will just know that there are many, many issues surrounding what is happening to girls in Nigeria now. And the reason I brought that in is that just for parents, brothers, sisters, to not just ignore girls just because the girl is wayward. So when she's complaining, you just say she the waka about. No, that's why I bring that in. So thank you for bringing that medical perspective, Abby. God bless you, Mama. All right, so to wrap it up, my people, who is responsible for personal safety? Who? I know if you ask me, I'll tell you. Every individual is responsible for his or her own personal safety. If anybody have contrary opinion, please chime in. I see Uncle Dayo, I see Uncle Patrick here too. And if anybody need the link, let us know. For me, if you ask me, you are responsible for your own personal safety. First, yes, the society is supposed to protect you. Yes, your husband's supposed to protect you, your dad should protect you, your mom, friends, family. In fact, everybody's supposed to protect you. But let me be honest and realistic with you. Your safety is your priority first. Okay. Petrol did that side. One tanker did there. The tanker, it fall. Then they pack petrol. Yeah. Government is supposed to make sure they protect people there. That tanker not supposed to fall and none of that. But you are the one to make the decision whether to go and carry bucket to go join them to the siphon the petrol, or whether you should run. It's still your decision. All these crazy guys moving mad, all these men moving mad in Nigeria, that they are raping, assaulting women, are doing everything. Government is supposed to protect women against them. Men supposed to protect women against them. But how fast and how soon can government get there? How far and how soon can a man get there to protect you? You are in a room with a man who maybe 1 or 2, 3 months ago is a complete stranger to you. You people have just spoken, talk, chat, do everything for 3 months. Now you are in a room with this man. The door is locked. Who is responsible for your safety at that moment? That's what we are saying. Please, your safety is in your hand. In fact, thank you, Sister J, for dropping that line. Your safety is in your head, my people. Me, I always they believe, say, now my hand, my own safety day. So I may be wrong. If you think I'm wrong, please pardon me. That's just the way me I say it. I drive car. I taught my daughter as soon as she started learning how to drive. One of the first things I taught my daughter is, girl, whenever you're driving, run your race. Whenever you're driving, bear in mind that first of all, you are responsible for the safety of yourself and this vehicle. 2, bear in mind that you are not the only one on this road. While you are extremely careful, obeying traffic law, you are not running red light or anything. Some mad people can ram into your car. There can be collision, there can be anything. I pray it won't be your portion, but you have to factor all of this into your thinking whenever you are driving. It's the same thing with life. You are going out, you're going to a meeting, you're going to a party. You are responsible for your personal safety first. So if you are dealing with these dangerous men in Nigeria, always remember, you are responsible for your personal safety. If you are not comfortable, don't go. If you say, I have a feeling about this guy, that is your guiding agent telling you, something may probably be wrong. Don't do it. And finally, to girls, Nigerian girls, money is not the answer to everything. Be careful with men who can give you money easily without stress. Be careful. I said it here multiple times. People who work hard for their money, they don't spend it anyhow. Remember one time when we had a show here and I made reference to how they used to say, Nigerians in UK are stingy. UK people are stingy. They are so stingy. Remember what I said? UK people are not stingy. UK people are not just stupid. When it comes to money, like the people you have around you in Nigeria. So when you live in Nigeria and you see all these guys that they are throwing money, they don't really work hard for it. And that money is their power. You know, my baby girl, Abby, I've said it so many times on this platform, that many Nigerian men believe money is everything. They really don't have nothing to offer. Even if I'm fighting Abby, I know she was right. That money, Abby, you are a bad picking. Abby, you always said it. They don't have nothing, honestly. And like I told you now, you got to be careful. Many of them don't have games. They don't have lines. They don't have what it takes to actually convince a woman. That's why they are using that money. So please, sister, your safety is in your hand. You are responsible for your personal safety. If a man is throwing money at you, be careful. There are so many things he cannot communicate that he's trying to say by throwing those money at you. Oh yeah, now press me money now, press me money now. Hey, make I receive a lot now, make I receive a lot. It's dangerous. That is where I rest my case, Abby. Unless anybody want to add anything, I think we've done a good job today. Abby, Uncle Dio, Uncle Patrick, any final words, sirs?
Okay, let me give my final word. The thing is just that, Uncle Ben, between me and you, sir, and between what is really happening now in Nigeria as a nation, when it comes to the issue of protecting yourself as a woman, you said something earlier on that the girl child need to be protected. I
Yes,
think
sir.
this is a fallout of our negligence as a nation, as a parent, and as a family. This is a result of our fallout as a family. Because why? First off, at the age of 20, I don't think the girl has any reason to put herself in such a position to try to redeem the family from poverty. The parent has failed her, and the same parent that failed her, when she went and messed up, according to them, instead of them to come to her aid, comfort her, support her, they abandoned her. They were angry that she went and did what she did, number one. But they've forgotten that she had an intention of helping the family to solve their poverty problem. So I would rather prefer that they would have tendered judgment with mercy. Yes, you can blame her for going behind your back to go and do that, but she's still your daughter. And the least you can do is to, when you put about your word to Bomowi after Sifamora, draw her in. You can discipline a child with the right hand, but you can draw her in with the left hand, with mercy. But they failed to do that. They turned their back against her. That's why the burden of guilt upon the girl was so much that she fell into depression until she by herself. The parents are at fault. The MF that did this thing also is the chief culprit. But I want to say something about the bleeding ritual. I'm not saying this is what really happened, but I'm just speaking generally about it based on the few knowledge I'm able to gather about it. You know something, Uncle Beno, that some MF in Nigeria and most of these Yahoo boys, they actually try to look for virgins. According to them, allegedly, they can do a lot of rituals with them to get money and to do whatever they want to do with the money. So if this MF has found out that this particular lady was a virgin, allegedly, it may be that may be one of the factors behind him forcing himself upon her. Secondly, a situation after the whole event that she started bleeding, I would have expected the parent to come to her aid, rush her to the hospital, try to take care of her, try to salvage her at least. She's their child. No matter what a child does, no parent would like to watch their own child dying in their presence. It means you will chase the fox away before you now come back and rebuke your chicken. If you leave the fox around and you are angry with your chicken, the fox will eat your chicken and go. I think the parents really F up there. Number two is that when this matter really occurred, I would have expected the family to rise up to the occasion and take it up. And even that also is with a caution, because from the narrative that we have gathered so far, I don't think that they have the wherewithal. But this is where you will know a real father or a real parent from a wrong one. Any father or any parent is supposed to have risen up to that occasion to protect their child, even though they don't have the money. Do something, say something, make moves to protect your child. But they fail to do that, hiding behind their hunger over the girl's attitude and all. It's all sad story, Uncle Ben. All very, very sad, because when I look at it critically, I could realize that the country failed the girl, her family failed the girl, and this devil in man's clothing make a whole mess of the whole thing. And today she's no more with us. It's a pity. It's a pity, Uncle Ben. So sad.
Thank you.
That's my take.
Thank you, Uncle Dio. Thank you for showing up today again. God bless you, sir. Wow, 2 shows.
God bless you too, sir. Thank you, sir.
Let me send me well to my lovely sister.
She will hear.
Tell sister say we say make it give you pounded yam, sir.
Uncle Ben said to give you pounded yam. Show you the here.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Good
my
night,
sister.
Good night,
Well
sir.
done, no. Eba, take care, Uncle Dio. Oh my God. All right.
I don't have a choice. I'm stuck with you.
Abby.
I'm stuck with you for the rest of my life, so I don't have a choice.
Abby, thank you, my sister. Thank you very much. Have a good night, sis.
Good night, man. Good night, sir.
All right. Okay, Sister J, your final thoughts, man.
Yeah, just one other thing that I just wanted to point out. I think we touched on it with regards to girls wanting, this. I mean, I grew up in an environment where, I had opportunity to start working at 14. Once you're in school, you can go and work in, before you even get your social security, we call it national insurance number here, at 16. So that before that time, we would go and work in different offices, answering phone. And, from that time onwards, you have your own. But obviously with a country like Nigeria where, it's difficult and parents obviously are finding things rather challenging, and it's just not working in Nigeria. But another thing is, what's happening right now is happening everywhere, right? But not as much as is in Nigeria, because we're hearing, I think I put something on the chat to say that today I just I came across this post about a constable in one of the counties saying that they are overwhelmed and inundated with pedos cases. So they are struggling. So these things are out there, right? So we need to be wary. But for a girl child, one other thing I think that really helped me as a young lady is having the greatest gift of contentment, right? So I've always thought, when I'm not one of those people you can interpret things, empty promises. So it really helped me to recognize my worth, and also it made me less vulnerable to manipulation or empty promises. And obviously it reduced, me putting myself in that position of being taken advantage of. Some people are just, I think Nigeria use the word ojukokoro, right? They are just greedy. They want to wear, you want to carry bags you can't afford. You want to do certain things that that at your age you shouldn't be doing it. You can actually work to, you can earn towards it. Thank God for social media. Thank God that we can learn skills these days. even in Nigeria, everywhere you are, you can learn skills and you can gradually build up and get to where where you want to get to. So teaching a girl child, especially the gift of contentment, would really go a long way. So it helped me as a young lady, and I am teaching the young ones around me, my daughter, my nieces around me, to say, listen, you have your own. You do not need to buy a Gucci bag or Hermes bag right now. You're going to get there. So don't let anyone deceive you. Work on yourself. You will get there. So it's really important that we understand that, if you don't put yourself in that position, you're not going to be exploited. So that's another thing I just wanted to point out here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sister J. Have a very good night, my sister. I really appreciate all your contribution today. Is top notch. Thank you.
Okay, then good night. Bye. Bye.
My Doopsy. It's good that I go here, that your voice I go here last today. Sweet voice. Make I begin to imagine.
Really? Okay.
Hey, Doopsy. What are your final thoughts, my lovely sister?
I wanted to say that may the souls of these ladies, may they find peace and eternal rest.
Amen.
Even though the world didn't protect them, I hope that wherever they are in the spiritual, they find rest. I'm going to say two things. Number one, I'm going to piggyback from what Uncle Dio was saying about the parents not being an emotional, what I call it, shock absorber for the girl. And it's something that is quite common in the way a lot of Nigerian parents can be. I term it a sense of our parents not having the emotional capacity to take on so many emotions at the same time. I bet when this girl went to her parents were very, very disappointed in what had happened to her. And there was a way where she kept talking about, I think it was Mom of Five that did a video this morning that she talked about how she had seen a video about this girl on another platform talking about how she's a virgin and things like that. Virginity is good. I will not say it's not bad, but should in case virginity is lost, what do you do as a young woman? A lot of times, some women, and I was brought up that way, in a way where if a man touches you a certain way, you now start feeling unnecessarily guilty for something that, it's not your cross to carry. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And I wish that the parents gave her allegedly, because I don't know, but I wish the parents gave her that space to just be like, yeah, this thing happened to me, and you can still move past it. You can still, get past it. You can still do this, because a lot of times, those times where you feel like the world is against you, your parents are the best people to kind of reassure you and say, no, you're okay. So just to piggyback off what Uncle Dio said, sometimes we make mistakes as children. It's, even those of us that, those of us that are going to have children, sometimes they make mistakes that, they wish they didn't make. So it's an encouragement to a lot of parents that even when your child does something that you warn them, don't do this, don't do that, and then they did it. What is the way you manage that disappointment? So you don't go overboard to the point where the child doesn't just feel rejected by society or rejected by the person that birthed them. So I want to talk about that. And another thing I also wanted to talk about was and just an encouragement to women and even men. Human beings can be very callous. I know the title of the topic, Men Are Dangerous. Yes, men can be. I prefer to use the word men can be. Just the same way women can be. It's the danger knows no gender, in my honest opinion. So one thing that we need to be very conversant of is listening to our intuition. We have all been given this thing called intuition. When you know you can smell danger from afar, you can see a pattern, but like, this thing looks like it's going to cause me something. This thing looks like this thing. And it's another thing for parents to kind of talk about this, what danger can look like. You know, right here in the US, there's a conversation about this Nolan Wells issue, which is just a guy that was just hanging out with friends or teammates and then cost him his life. And I'm just thinking like, man, I wish the parent had told him like, oh, this, but parents will be like, there's nothing, it's all up, it's all made up. Everybody, we have moved past it, but you really don't know who is who. And you have to test everybody, both man, both woman. And to the young girl that went to this guy, and she didn't know. She's young, 20-year-old. Yes, I would have said, okay, maybe she could have known, but then again, you realize that in Nigeria, children or even adults are parentified a lot, number one, and also made to feel like they can't make decisions for themselves. So it's like there's this kind of like very weird balance where this child is taking up responsibility to take care of her family, but at the same time, she's very naive. Not to just, you can't just go anywhere and hang around anybody. So that's what I wanted to say. And it's such a very sad story. We'll all learn every day, and hopefully, I hope somehow, some way, the systems in Nigeria would figure out how to curb this level of violence, and it's because it's getting too much. That's
Absolutely.
My take. I wanted to say that.
Thank you, my Doopsy. Thank you, Doopsy. Thank you very much.
This is the safe.
Thank you.
Okay. Uncle Ben, look at who showed up. Hey, today is Christmas Day. Today is Christmas Day.
Let me guess. Today na Friday. Bros don't finish for work. So start to not drop my boys. Quickly run out. I'm just kidding. This is a very sad show, but I'm glad that we are able to cover it extensively. I want to thank everybody who participated on today's show. Thank you. God bless you. I don't even know it's going to really be a very educating one, but I just felt like we need to talk about it. Women need to be protected. Enough is enough in Nigeria. We have to do better, honestly. Abby, your final thoughts.
I don't have final thoughts. Yeah, women, protect yourselves. Nobody's coming to save you. That's what I always say. So you need to act that way. You may or may not get saved. So go with you may not get saved, and look after yourself. It's unfortunate where we are as a society, but that's just what it is. Evil exists, and we have to act accordingly, right? Yeah, may the souls of the departed rest in peace, and I hope that justice is served. So, yeah.
Yeah, I see the conversation. In fact, let me just put a break here so that we can round up on this, Abby.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
Abby, did you get to listen to this video? This lady.
No, I didn't watch this.
The lady that say all men are rapists.
Very lack. I think women educating themselves and the young girls coming up on what to do. This is not the time to be making, please don't rape us. It's not fair. Man, stop raping. They're not going to stop. They will read it and do it again. So what do? Number one, if you're a mother, if you're an aunt, if you have a child, a girl child in your care, train them to be smart, give them street OT. Being intelligent, being emotionally smart or intelligent, and having street OT are not the same. A lot of the children that are up now, I mean, where we raise now, they are body, which is a good thing. We want our children to have all of the things that we did not get. But the downside of it is these children don't have street OT. They're not wise, they're not sharp, they don't TI. Teach your children to be smart, to know when somebody's boboing them, to be able to detect bullshit. Because a lot of us, we're training kids, we're raising kids that are emotionally intelligent, soft, nice, soft-spoken. They know TI, hawalanya, meaning anybody can deceive them. Anybody can lure them. Anybody can, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Raise children that TI. Let your children not be docile. Number two, and this time around, I'm talking from the viewpoint of a woman, a feminist, a misandrist. Do not visit men that you don't want to have any sexual affiliations with. And I'm not saying that because going to a man's place is consent. No. I'm saying that because you and I know it is not consent. But being in a private place with a man is disastrous to you. It is to your own detriment. Women are trusting. They are going there. The men will tell them, come, nothing will happen. And they will go, thinking nothing will happen. Is that thing I said in point one about OT, street OT? As I'm telling you, nothing will happen. Something will happen. Do not go to meet a man. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how nice that man is. Don't go to meet men in secluded places. Whatever the deal is, see them in open places. Oh, so you don't trust me? Yes. Number three, and this is very, very important. It is all men. All men are potential rapists. All men. Teach it to your child. It is sad. It is not fair. It is not all right. But teach it to your child. All men. Women are too trusting.
So, Abby.
Yes, Uncle Ben.
That was the video. Yeah.
She said potential, so I thought she said all men are potential.
But
Yes,
trust my Nigerian brother now, Abby. They feel like comment there. So your papa na rapist. Your this one na rapist. Yeah. Sometimes we not even the hear word. Man, I'm just sick and tired of this mess.
Uncle Ben, that's my major problem, because if the men continue to have this mentality, like you said, they will never say anything wrong. Like you also said, they don't even think what they're doing is wrong, Abby. They don't think. That's why you will see somebody who say, I took you out to go and eat grilled fish, grilled catfish, and yam and plantain. So it's my right. You think that taking a girl out on it? Have you not? After you chop, kill and point. What's that? A point and kill.
Point and kill.
Kill and point, Abby. Point and kill. You don't want to come hotel room with me, Uncle Ben? I know you see that on the internet every other day. I spent X amount of money, so I deserve this. So once you start having this mentality that you're entitled to stuff, and it's a mentality problem. So they don't even see it as a problem to begin with.
No,
so how
it's not an issue.
How would they stop?
It's not an issue. Thank you, Abby. Ooh, thank you for showing up where you come in. I was hungry. I got to go and eat, and I can't find you. I don't know. Maybe you saw my message. I was like, Abby, can you tell that fine man to leave you alone to come?
Okay, you're talking about fine man. Meanwhile,
I know fine man is coming.
Meanwhile, I'm actually busting my ass out. What?
So, my brothers, please, I beg you, let us protect our women. I know if we have to go by the TikTok sharp-mouthed ladies, we will just feel like these women, they are against us. Yeah. But it's not like that. We have to protect them. And the best way to protect them is not by educating girls all the time. Girls, come Lara, let me tell you, when you do this, girl, that is not working. One of the best way to protect girls is by calling out our fellow men. We are men. We know this behavior. We grew up, we accept, maybe for those who be say they be daddy's or mommy's boy. whether they are well protected, they know small street. Maybe now then go pretend say they don't know what's up when it comes to how Nigerian men, boys are treating girls. But if you grow up, you go to public school, private school, you go to where Soji people day, you know exactly what we are talking about. That men are dangerous to Nigerian women. And again, like I said, many of these girls, they will conduct themselves in ways that sometimes you will just feel like, okay, now God cash them. No, because you don't even know what your own daughter or sister is doing. Or haven't you heard of a lot of girls that they are very decent at home? The way they dress at home, do their home house chores, clean up, studying. Some of them are always reading, going to church, singing praise and worship at home. Their dad, their mom, their assembly will say, this girl is calm. This girl can never ever do this. As soon as they leave the house, some of them, if you see that, you're not going to know, then I said, nah, them be that. So I don't know if you guys understand what I'm describing here. All I'm saying, let me rephrase it, maybe it will make sense. I am saying, men, we are to call out fellow men. We are to educate fellow men that they should treat women better. And the reason we have to treat women better is because one day it can be your own daughter, your own sister, that will find themselves in similar situation. And maybe those messages that we are pushing out now would have gotten to whoever would have done some stupid things to them. And then they will think otherwise. My Bilber, how are you doing, Mama? So please, my people, let's continue to speak in favor of women. Let us forget love this time. I think the one where we talk about Nigerian love don't reach. Let us attack this pandemic that we got going on in Nigeria now. Let's just forget lovey content for a while. In fact, love not go anywhere. In fact, the people where they preach love to self, both men and women, they say they don't want love again. They don't even want. So may we leave that one. Let's talk about protecting children, girls, women. Let's start preaching to our fellow brothers. Hitting your wife is not the way to go. Cheating on your wife is not the way to go. Forceful entry is not the way to go. When a woman say no, it is no. Stop saying, sometimes these women, when they say no, they actually mean yes. Please. Enough is enough. We cannot be losing potential, beautiful wife tomorrow, mom tomorrow, to all these mad people that just feel like they can do this rubbish with all the women or any woman and get away with it. And finally, my fellow men, please, let's stop trying to justify lack of punishment. Please. When somebody commits this atrocity, let them face the wrath. If they have to go to jail, let them go to jail. They will serve as deterrent to any other man that want to do this nonsense. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Abby. God bless you, Mama. Thank you, all the people in the chat. Sister Yinkus, Sister J, my Uncle Patrick, Uncle Dio, thank you very much. Mama 5, my biggest guest of the day. Thank you, Mama 5. God bless you. Sister J, and of course, my Doopsy. Thank you, sisters, for helping me make it make sense. Sister Toby and Tribe, you know I can't love you less, my beautiful sister. Thank you for all the nuggets you guys are dropping in the chat. Sister Yinka, thank you. Sister Rose, Auntie Ngozi, everybody, thank you. My Sese, my own Sese. Sisi, I think you and I, we deserve to do our own full show on this thing. It's just that the way you see the attack, sometimes I will find myself defending brotherhood. even when I do not plan to defend brotherhood. It's because CC, they push me, go corner. But you know, CC, you're my sister. Love you, mama. Thank you. Sister Natu. In fact, I need to holler you, Sister Natu, tomorrow. Make I hear my voice. Make I ask them if you are taking care of them well. Tell Isaac I'll call tomorrow. Wow. Oh, Mama 5. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye for now, y'all.
You are watching Trending Blogs with UB.